Hey, listener, thanks for pressing play. On this episode of the Jock and Nerd podcast, we preview what to expect from this year's New York Comic-Con with news about Justice League, Pacific Rim Uprising, and The Punisher. Plus, Netflix is raising their prices, and George Foreman wants to fight Steven Seagal.
Wowie zowie!
And we review the InHumans 2-hour premiere, The Gifted Pilot, and Season 4 of Game of Thrones, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Thursday, October 5th, 2017.
Check. Check one. All right. This is really fans out there. Let's give it up. We're jocking, we nerding. We funny, disturbing. We're jocking, we nerding. We spoiler alert. Oh yeah. We're jocking, we nerding. Disturbing. Oh yeah, I'm talking, we nerding. We spoiler alert.
Hey, what's up, listener? Welcome to another episode of the Jock and Nerd podcast, your geekly one-stop shop for comic book news, reviews, and interviews, free straight to your ear holes. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
And he's the Rug Boy. What's up, Rugs?
What's up, dudes? How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing, Rugs? How's your slack hole?
My slack hole's got about a beer in it right now.
Oh, that's got to be nice and cold. How many beers can you fit in your slack hole?
Well, only one at a time at this point. I mean, a can of Foster's.
I was going to ask, what if you're in Australia and you have one of those giant cans of Foster's? Why is the beer so big in Australia?
I don't know.
Maybe Wes Cranford, the Yank from Down Under, can let us know.
That's a good... everything's bigger down under.
Everything is bigger.
Or should be bigger.
Everything is smaller in my Down Under, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Look, if you're a new listener to the show, welcome. Thanks for checking us out. Like I said, we give you comic book news, reviews, and interviews every week. This episode, I'm very excited because we got a lot of fun stuff. It's a light news week, but that's okay because we are going to be giving you reviews of TV, literally the whole scope, from probably the worst superhero thing we've seen in a long time to just incredible television. Of course, I'm talking about, we're going to review the InHumans premiere 2 episodes of The Gifted Pilot, and Game of Thrones, our continuing watch. It's new to us, and I'm up to the end of season 4 on the Game of Thrones. So we got a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up, a lot of things happened. But before we get there, it is October. We are based in Chicago, except for Ruggs, who has been moved to undisclosed areas so that they can track their IP. Right, Ruggs?
Hey.
What?
Don't say it out loud.
You know who they are, right?
Yes. The feds.
The DCFS, Department of Child Felty Services. I don't know. What was I saying?
Is that like DIFUS?
It's a little bit. What I was saying, Anthony, this is for you. It's October in Chicago. The buzz is a little different than last year. What are the odds of the Chicago Cubs repeating their World Series championship win? Where are they at?
I mean, they're not the favorite to do it, but
okay,
you're in it, and if you're in it, you can definitely win it. And
they're in it to win. You got to play it.
And they're their first team in a long time. I don't know. I have the exact date to win the World Series and then make it to the playoffs the next year.
Again, the next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
well,
the
that's
Yankees
good.
are the last team to go back to back. So for the listener, if I'm absent from a show, it's because I decided to watch the Cubs instead. Because
things are getting heated, but like definitely different kind of like buzz.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Nobody's talking about it almost. Like a little bit
People are talking about it, but it's not. I mean, it's not. It'll never be how it was last year.
Last year at this time, it was pre-Donald Trump, and the very exciting thing for Cubs fans was going to happen, and now we are post-Donald Trump. Anyways.
That has nothing to do with the Cubs, but all right.
I blame the Chicago Cubs winning. That was where the downward spiral of craziness kind of began, if you think about it. After that, everything just went downhill. But we're here to talk about happier times, which is right now, let's get to the news.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Listener, I highly encourage you to get in touch with us. Get in touch with the show. Visit jockandnerd.com/contact, where you will find all the various ways. Our Twitter, our Facebook page, SpeakPipe. There's an old school voicemail number. You can dial in, leave a message. And our awesome Facebook group. that you can find at jockandnerd.com/community, where we get to meet you guys, the listeners, and I know a lot of you guys. And something surprising I saw, our good listener, David Zika, is going to EDC this year in Orlando.
Oh, shit.
Anthony, you haven't been to like a thing this summer, have you?
I've been to Lollapalooza. What are you talking about?
You did go to Lolla, but like an EDM, you haven't been to like your EDM fests.
No, that's not true either. But I haven't been to EDC this past summer. But he's going to the one in Orlando. The main one's in Las Vegas.
This is a separate one. Okay.
Shout out.
Yeah, fuck that one. Mickey Mouse shit.
What, the Orlando one? Look, I think Zika, that's really cool that you're like into this music, right?
Quite surprising that
right. I was surprised
going
too.
to EDC Orlando.
Hey, doesn't it make you feel less cool now that David Zika's going?
I'm not going to insult David Zika.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
I'm happy he's going.
Yeah, that's really neat. And Zika, I want you to write in.
It's like a Imran were to go there.
Exactly.
You know it's not cool.
A little bit, but he likes the music. So, he's jock and nerd. He's a little bit. I love the listeners that are like a little bit of all of us, different pieces of us put together in weird Frankenstein-shaped positions. But Zika, let us know what it was like. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I would love to see an email from him about it.
Right.
I don't know if he knows what he's walking into, but
that'll be great. That'll be great. I can't wait to hear his reaction. The other big news in the geek world, anyways, is today is the first day of New York Comic Con 2017. It's on right now. And you know who's there is our buddy filmmaker Eric Sharkey, who's been on the show. I'm Facebook friends with him. He's the one who did the Drew Struzan documentary and the Floyd Norman documentary, and he's posted pictures backstage with Kevin Smith and shit. So he's hanging out. He's got like a pro pass. It's kind of cool to see it through the lens of Eric Sharkey. So yeah, he posted a picture. He's like backstage with Kevin Smith. Right on. So next week we will have a lot of things to discuss. All the things that happen right now. By the time
a lot of news is going to break. Like. After today.
Yes, here's what's promised. Let's start with the Justice League. They said we're getting a new trailer on Sunday. When this show posts, there will be a new Justice League trailer you can check out. But what we have for now are some posters. Character posters. 5 character posters. You guys take a look at these posters?
I did.
I saw them briefly, but I'm scared to click on this link.
Click on the link because
fucking stupid, like an ad that's running that's going to interrupt me.
Well, this is Deadline. It's a Deadline. The Deadline's pretty reputable. It's not fucking shittycomicbook.com or those other sites, Screen Rant, everything. They make me turn off the ad blockers. It's the most annoying thing.
Holy
Nothing
crap,
goes.
Imran.
There's videos everywhere.
These sites need to stop doing
it's
that.
It's fucking annoying.
Make money another way.
I get it. You need money,
annoying.
But yeah, it makes your site unusable. Anyways, we have these character posters, one for each of the 5 characters minus Superman, all with your typical Zack Snyder background, which is just black. That's how you know it's a Zack Snyder movie. And the logos of the heroes are across the top in each one, and they're highlighted in their poster. And there's only 5. There's no Superman poster. Like, it's a big fucking secret. Superman's not going to be in this movie. And then the big words, all in, 11/17. On top of all of them, opening thoughts. What do you guys think of the posters?
I think they're okay. Cyborg clearly looks like the weakest poster, I think.
That, like, it's I don't even know what I'm looking at there. Like, where is his other hand, the not blue dildo hand? Like, what is going on there? Is that foreshortening? It looks like...
It just doesn't look cool. It just looks like, really, I mean, you get to see it in all its glory, and then you're like, oh, that's what it is.
Anthony, what did you think of these posters?
They're okay. I mean, they're not offensive like the Marvel posters sometimes can be, where it's just like, wow, that's terrible Photoshop. They're pretty safe. The Batman one is probably the best one, but I don't know. They're all okay. They're just okay. The Aquaman one's decent. They're just okay.
They're exactly. I mean, there's
Cyborg one. I don't know. I cut out when Rugboy was talking about Cyborg. I think the Cyborg one looks terrible, but that's just me.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't.
That's basically what I said.
That's what we said. Yeah. I like, though, like how you said in the Batman one, I kind of like the lighting, like the red and blue lighting, but they're kind of uninspired posters. They're just like, okay.
It's funny that they release character posters with all of them except Superman, but they have the logo of Superman on top.
Yes. What are they doing? What is the deal? They're like, oh, and here is, like, everyone knows he's going to be in the movie. Like, I don't understand why they just really don't want to show us Superman. It's probably because of the porn mustache.
If I'm being honest, it feels like this movie is taking forever to come out.
It really is. We're so close. Okay, check out this other link. In China, they released these other promotional images that are kind of unique because they're showing the world from each of the heroes' points of view. So there's 5 shots, and the whole thing is like they all have a moon. So one, you see Gotham City with the bat signal, and there's a moon. Then there's the one on Themyscira with a giant moon. Themyscira looks cool. Then you see Flash's view, where it's just blurs, and you see a moon. Then you see Aquaman from underwater. And then the most interesting one I thought was the cyborg one, because you see his heads-up display. How he sees everything is through this heads-up display, and there's little diagrams pointing to the moon and stuff. But I thought that one was kind of neat, is that's how he's going to be seeing everything.
That's a better
robot,
one.
right? Yeah. Interesting Chinese promotion.
I don't really like these at all.
Yeah, they're weird. They're very weird.
I think they're stupid.
Like why?
Like, who cares?
Why would you release this for China? I don't understand.
Bubbles in water?
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit? Come on. God damn
Just
it.
as uninspiring as those posters. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool to see like fish doing fishy stuff, but like it's just bubbles.
Or like a trident or something, like the part of a trident.
Or something.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to give anything away. They're playing it way too safe. It's really not anything interesting at all.
Yeah, that doesn't give you a lot of hope in a thing when they're playing it safe and they're like, maybe
whatever.
we shouldn't show these things. That's why I thought the cyborg one was like the most interesting, because at least something is going on there, telling you something about the character. But we will have a trailer, like I said, Sunday. Look out for that. We'll retweet it, post it, and tell you what we thought next week. Who else is going to be there? Possibly, rumor is, Pacific Rim trailer dropping tomorrow, Pacific Rim Uprising, the sequel. Ruggs, are you excited for this trailer? I know you're a big Pacific Rim fan.
I like Pacific Rim. I like the first movie. I'm hoping this movie's going to be good. I saw the photos. They have photos of like different shit.
Yeah.
So they got photos of like the toys.
You mean the mechs, the Jaegers?
There's like the toys, like the action figures
the
in the
actual
movie.
toys.
It's gonna be like, yeah, you don't have it up on the notes, but like a bunch of toy images came out. So they have this like monster. It's a kaiju that looks like the Demigorgon from Stranger Things.
Whoa, with lots of tentacles.
A mouth within a mouth.
Cool.
Looking thing. I'm not really too hot on it, and there's like a fuckload of Jaegers. I mean, in the original Pacific Rim, there's maybe like 5 or 6 Jaegers that are like prominent, and you only really spend time with like 3 or 4 of them. This one's got like a fucking fuckload of Jaegers, and I don't know if they're in the movie a lot or whatever, but it just seems like a lot.
There's 5 different ones in these photos, and there's one that looks like a bulked up Iron Man suit.
5.
Wow.
There's more than 5. If you look at the toys, there's a lot more than 5.
Anthony, you excited for this trailer, Pacific Rim? What do you think?
No, I'm not.
Well, don't give a shit
It's
about
not that
Pacific
I don't
Rim.
give a shit. I thought the movie was solid, the first one.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since that one came out, and for me, there's been really no momentum for this.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of, I feel like they're banking on the Finn Boyega
Well,
and
I
Star
think they're
Wars
also
to
banking on the
get
fact
people to
that
see it.
Godzilla, King Kong's made monster big movies kind of cool again.
Yeah. Kaiju fever. Let's work up the kaiju fever, everybody.
It's weird because like these kaiju designs are not like formidable. Like they're making these weird, like, first of all, what they've done with the Jaegers and the kaiju is that they've made them see like they look like they're made to be toys. And then the kaiju, they don't look specific enough to anything. They're kind of random, and they're gray. They're always these fucking gray ass monsters. Like, there's no color, there's no specificity to them. There's no like character to them. That's really like, everything's so kind of like overly detailed that you can't even describe it to somebody. Like, describe the kaiju that you see, and you're like, oh, it looks kind of like a mouth within a mouth, and then it's got like 2 or 3 limbs. It's weird to describe. It's not fun like you describe Gamera. It's a giant turtle with giant tusks, and he spins around and fly. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing fun about it. Or if you describe like Gigan, he's like this big fucking thing with like hooks that come out, and he's made out of metal, and he's got one eye. Like, you could get specific about it because it's not so complicated to remember. So these kaiju are kind of like overly, I don't know, boring to me.
That sounds uninspired.
I don't know, but
see.
I'm hoping that it's good. I love Guillermo del Toro. I thought he did a great job with the first movie.
He's not on this one, right?
No, I mean, he's a producer, probably.
See, I think that's why. You need the Guillermo del Toro.
If he had writing credit, though, Imran, you'd be excited.
Oh, I would totally give me a geek boner. Anytime anybody gets writing credits, my nipples get hard. It's true.
I'm hoping it's good, though. I'm hoping it's at least entertaining.
Well, we'll see a trailer and see what we can expect this weekend at New York Comic Con. Another TV property that was supposed to be at New York Comic Con, the Punisher panel, it's scheduled a 90-minute panel. They have canceled. They pulled out entirely in the wake of the fucking crazy Las Vegas shootings, which is probably a good move because when shit like that happens, like you watch this and it suddenly it's a different perspective on, a guy with a gun.
It's just a timing thing.
Yeah. It's a very, very bad timing thing.
It's one of those things where you can't it's just timing. You can't make it. It's like almost too insensitive at this point to have a guy running around with a machine gun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's way too soon. Nobody could have predicted this. So they've been teasing this release date this whole time in their trailers. They've also decided to delay when it's coming out, but which we didn't even know when originally it was supposed to come out.
Wow.
But they're pushing that back. Also,
wow.
I have a feeling they may have even been ready to just been it's out right now. During New York Comic Con, they would have just launched it without any warning. I feel
just a hunch of yours?
Yeah, I just feel like they were planning something crazy, and now they gotta rework their marketing. Clearly,
wow.
Try to be sensitive.
I mean, damn, that's really crazy.
Yeah, it's from this tweet it says, "Have heard Netflix will delay mid-October launch of The Punisher until late fall." So it was supposed to come out this month. Maybe they're just gonna wait another month. You know what's crazy about that whack job? He had rented hotel rooms here in Chicago at the Blackstone Hotel that overlooks Grant Park that holds Lollapalooza during Lollapalooza.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he never checked in. He
also had a hotel. There's another festival in Vegas called Life is Beautiful that he apparently had a hotel for.
Wow.
Craziness, right?
That could have been Lollapalooza. Think of that. I know, that could have been a crazy Lollapalooza. Fucking insanity. Wow. So finally, in movie news, kind of a follow-up to the last episode where we talked about passing a Hugh Hefner at the very end. Tell me if any of this sentence sounds weird to you or just odd. Jared Leto will be playing Hugh Hefner in a biopic directed by Brett Ratner.
That sounds like terrible on top of terrible.
What the fuck who put those words together?
I'm trying to visualize or see the thinking here that went into this. And Jared Leto playing Hugh Hefner, okay, I don't know. He's kind of like he could play a playboy, but he could play anything really if he wanted to. But Brett Ratner is like a huge pervert, but he's not, everybody knows that he's a huge perv.
He's not a very good director.
That's
a terrible
more
director,
importantly, not a very good director.
Well, he's just like a milquetoast director, but he doesn't really ever go to the R-rated. I haven't really seen him go that edgy. He's always been a safe director.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
His best movies are the Rush Hour films, and it's not because of him. I don't think. And the one that he's known for that everyone just hates him for, if you're a nerd or a geek, is X-Men 3.
X-Men 3. Also, Jared Leto does this whole method acting bit. How's he going to get into Hugh Hefner's character? He's just going around
grabbing girls by the pussy. Normal life and
I guess that's true.
Go tour and with his band and fuck a bunch of bitches.
He's already living fucking Hugh Hefner's.
I think that's life. It's a very odd combination of things happening there.
So I thought that was a very strange set of words to put together in one sentence. Ratner and Leto are friends, and Brett Ratner bought the rights to Hugh Hefner's story.
Brett Ratner bought him.
Mm-hmm. Hugh Hefner deserves more than Brett Ratner.
Absolutely.
Some people really hate Hugh Hefner, as I've learned throughout looking at different feeds.
Yes.
And oh my God, it's crazy the shit that I read. I still think Brett Ratner's still too bad.
Brett Ratner's last movie that he directed was the Hercules film with The Rock.
Oh, jeez.
Wasn't very good.
Jeez. Robert Downey Jr. had once been attached to play Hefner. He's been trying to make this movie since 2007, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
like a biopic?
Yeah, it'll be a biopic, which I don't know. It's a very weird.
I'm not a fan of biopics in all that much, anyways.
I like biopics.
I just don't think this will.
I like when they have 6 of them in the biopic 6.
The biopic 6. I love biopics when they're done well.
In high school.
bionics. I look
Biology.
if you do it well, a biopic can be you learn about a celebrity or a musician or an artist that you didn't know. It can be done.
Ratner's not the guy.
Brett Ratner, definitely not the guy. Moving on to some TV news. Remember last week we talked about how Walking Dead is going to be able to say fuck twice in season 8. And everybody gave me shit for it. That was amazing.
Such good news.
Check out this news. Here's another gimmick they're trying to get people back. They have announced this new shorter ad format. And what is it? What it is they're going to play 6-second ads in the beginning before the show. I don't know why. They're going to play Vine fucking loops before the program start time. How do you do a 6-second ad? And why? What the fuck is this?
I don't know, but it sounds fucking stupid, but if it's less ads, then I'm for it, though. If it's less ad time and more Walking Dead time, then I'm kind of for it.
I think that's part of the strategy is to take the ads out of the middle of the show.
I mean, if it's just to see more people just staring off at the space, like while the camera pans, like they do with Walking Dead a lot, then that's money not spent well.
The 6-second thing is weird because Vine is not even around anymore. It doesn't exist. It came and went. But somebody somewhere thinks 6 seconds is the perfect advertising format.
I got nothing for this.
Yeah, whatever. Look, here's something that you might have an opinion on. Netflix is raising its prices again. In November, they did do a slight raise last year. And we talked about the fact that they gave you options to download the stuff offline. Right now, the standard plan is $9.99. In November, it will bump up to $10.99.
What are they doing to justify this?
They said...
What are they offering that's more than we're already paying?
Well,
they're just increasing their...
That's a bunch of bullshit. They can't do
It's just them. It's like... it's like sports teams do this all the time. They just raise ticket prices
without adding any value. Right. They're saying they want to make more original programming. Like all this money is going to go to make more original.
Go fuck themselves. Shows. Half of the shit they have sucks that they're making.
Anthony, you said last week like Daredevil got you to pay for Netflix, and now what do you think of this $1 bump? You were excited to see Stranger Things. Is it worth? Are you getting your money's worth?
Well, seeing as now I split Netflix, so it's not on my account, it's someone else's account that we split with the premium one. So it's okay. I don't. Oh, that's a $2 jump. So it's for me. It's a 50-cent jump.
Okay, so you're sharing.
Splitting it with 4 other people.
Well, they have the 2 plans where you can use 4 devices at once. Right. Yeah, the premium plan goes up from $11.99 to $13.99. By the way, I've watched some of Big Mouth, that animated show. It's fucking funny, dude. Netflix is the place now where cartoons come to just swear.
Which one is that one? The one where it's about puberty?
Yes, going through puberty with Nick Kroll and Maya Rudolph. It's fucking funny, but everything is just like there's so many cartoons on Netflix that are just sweary and offensive. It's great. So I love that cartoons have found a home to swear on the Netflix. That show, Big Mouth, pretty funny. Here, maybe this will justify the price increase. Netflix just ordered a superhero show, 10 episodes, with Michael B. Jordan called Raising Dion. And it's a superhero drama about a single black mother and her superpowered son. And he has a small role in it. And it's based on a comic book by Dennis Liu. I think there's a short film also. And I'll link all that in the show notes, jockandnerd.com/189. But it sounds like it's an original story, and it sounds really cool.
There's two reasons probably why they're raising the prices.
Yeah.
One, because they need to increase their budget for original content.
Yes.
Or the other reason you would raise the prices is they've lost viewers, and to make up for that, the lost viewership, you have to raise everyone else's prices so that the profit of it, the margins are still the same.
They're not, all the shows aren't hits. Like, House of Cards was huge for a long time. I don't really hear people talking about that anymore. Ain't it? Orange is the New Black was huge. I don't really see a buzz on that. They
got Stranger Things though coming.
I think that yes, their original content is there, but their movies, their selection of movies is very, very like most of them are B movies. Most of them are movies you never heard of. Most of them are documentaries. Like, they're not like the A-B movies that are coming out in theaters that are coming like 6 months later out on Netflix.
Correct.
That's just not happening anymore.
They're not. I mean, they've made deals with TV shows to get whole seasons like quicker on.
They lost Disney.
Yeah, now they're going to lose
Marvel
Disney and Marvel and Star Wars. The documentaries have always been great. But they've had some bombs, some big bombs. So that the series, The Get Down, which I fucking love, The Get Down. Apparently, though,
horrible.
I loved it. It was the most expensive television show ever made,
and it was not worth it.
That I don't think it was worth the budget. I did love the show, but I don't see how that could be. I would think Game of Thrones would be the most expensive. Apparently, there's 6 episodes, and they spent fucking millions of dollars. So they lost a lot on that also, and and it is just inflation, and the cost of services goes up. But I would check out this Michael B. Jordan superhero show, Raising Dion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm into Netflix because I do like the original content, and I do like that I get at least to see shit that you wouldn't normally see anywhere else on Netflix. Like even some of these B movies are interesting, especially the Netflix funded ones. So they're cool to check out, but I would like to see it go back to where they actually had like real, movies from the theater.
Oh, they want to push their original programming. They want to be a network that has original shows, like to compete with the networks. Anthony, how often do you use your Netflix outside of like the Marvel shows?
Honestly, not very often.
Right? Yeah.
But see, the thing, I'm a bad, or maybe I am like the typical, because I split it with people. So for me, even though it's coming up to 14, it's $4 a year.
So you are hurting their profit margin a little bit.
I'm like I'm a $4 spender a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I shared mine with my sister, so she doesn't pay for Netflix.
It's a month, isn't it?
Yeah,
a month. Yeah. So you're right. So 36 a year. It's, whatever.
That's totally worth it for like once in a while to be able to have access to these. But with the fucking Marvel Netflix shows sucking in the last couple of series and I love their animation, and they're gonna get a bunch of anime, so that may pull over a lot of anime fans. They're gonna have a huge anime dump coming. So
they have a lot of anime already.
They do, and they're getting more, which that might.
See, this is the thing. Like the Netflix used to have a bunch of movies, like real movies, like because they were a DVD company.
Yep.
And they parlayed that, and they had a lot of movies, and then those movies started to drop off. And then to fill up the content, they started buying all these. First, they bought like a bunch of martial arts films. Yeah. They bought up a lot of anime. Then now they went straight into like just Asian dramas.
Asian porn? Oh, dramas.
No, dramas, just regular TV shows that aren't like genre. And they went into Bollywood, and now there's like, and all Indian movies. Or whatever. I don't even know what they are technically, because I don't watch it. But like,
it's kind of smart though, because you're pulling all that audience, and
well, they had to do that because the movie studios are taking all that stuff back, and now networks are wanting to create their own network subscription models, so they're having to pivot towards the original
so they're
content.
Pivoting, and so a lot of people that like me, I expected to see some movies there, like we're not Nicolas Cage films. The 1,000 Nicolas Cage movies. I don't even know when he has time to make.
He makes one every weekend. Every Nicolas Cage movie.
There is not a good selection of movies.
They want you to watch. They want to make stuff. They want to be original, and it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, but I feel like they're just gonna keep trying things and keep making things.
Are they gonna be like
they canceled Sense8 too?
Yeah.
Did they really? Oh. Are they going to be like the next? Are they even considered a movie studio or a production? studio?
Do they want to be like an HBO? I think they're closer to an HBO.
I'm not saying HBO. I'm saying they're going to be like your Disney or your Warner Brothers, or they're just another studio.
It kind of feels that way because but then they'd have to get rid of everything that's not theirs.
They got a Will Smith movie coming out. Granted, he's not as popular as he used to be, but he's still Will Smith.
Well, yeah, I want to see when's that coming out. Bright, directed by David Ayer.
Now you're saying a Michael B. Jordan. Michael B.
Jordan's a big name, and once Black Panther comes out, man, he's going to get hotter. So some of these things, and they're capitalizing on superheroes. And
they got Chappelle.
Yes,
they just had a movie with the guy who plays the Black Panther to come out called A Message from the King.
Oh,
that came out.
Oh, and there's shitloads of all comedians are going to Netflix because there's so many comedy specials. Like there's fucking hundreds.
Well, comedy specials are really easy to produce.
True.
You just stick a fucking camera right there.
Yeah, they cost
and record the guy. Yeah,
low cost, and it'll get you a lot of views.
And people will watch it.
And watch it over and over again. I mean, it's not, I'm not going to notice the raise because, like, it's automatic, and so it just takes $1 more. Fine.
I just get very leery when people start raising the price of stuff and not offering any kind of
exactly like college.
That's a smart consumer. You should be leery about that.
That's what university is. They raise the money. Is the education getting better? I don't know. It's debatable, but it's another fucking $50,000 a year every year.
Yeah.
So it's a scam, people. Don't go to college. I got 2 more things real quick. Also from our buddy David Zika, he posted this on our Facebook group, and it's an episode of this podcast called Word Balloon. Now, if you're a big comic book geek and podcast listener, you've probably heard of Word Balloon. They're pretty big. They don't need our help spreading them around or promoting them.
I have not heard.
Oh, you never heard of Word Balloon? The guy's from Chicago, and he's been doing the show for years, and it's a pretty big podcast. But he posted an episode about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, an interview who I didn't know. He's a huge comics books fan. He's a huge Sherlock Holmes fan, and he's a writer. He's written a graphic novel coming out about Sherlock Holmes' brother called Mycroft Holmes and the Apocalypse Handbook. I listened to this today. Very good, easy listen, half an hour. Very cool interview, and I love the Jock and Nerd mashup. Anthony, did you know this about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I didn't know it until David Zika posted it.
Yeah.
So thank you, man. Enjoy EDC, by the way.
Take some mollies
when they ask for Molly, they're not asking for the girl.
Listen, Zika, I don't care if you do drugs or not. Take some mollies for me. Come on, just do it for you, pal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let me know what it was like.
Do drugs for Imran.
Yes,
it's a charity we're starting.
It's like a reverse Make-A-Wish.
For the price of a cup of coffee, you too can help Imran get a Molly.
You really need that coffee? Just give us a Molly. Sign up to our Patreon.
You too can make Imran happy in his Chicago apartment.
By you taking a Molly. I already rub myself while I'm sitting here recording. I don't know if I need the Mollies. Really, check it out. I'll put a link to this episode. It was a really interesting interview. Great Jock and Nerd mashup. And finally, in weird news, I thought you guys would appreciate this since we talked about, the McGregor-Mayweather big fight. There's another big fight on the horizon, which this one I would pay for in a second. Way bigger than McGregor-Mayweather. Apparently, George Foreman has challenged Steven Seagal on Twitter to a 10-round fight in Las Vegas, people.
Oh, shit.
No shit. Now, if they put this on pay-per-view, I'm fucking finding a stream where I can pirate it. Absolutely.
It's never going to happen.
Listen, they're both old men in their 60s.
I can't even pay attention to your story because there's a photograph that you have in the show notes of Steven Seagal standing in front of the Kremlin or whatever the fuck this is in Moscow. Looks so badly photoshopped, I can't even get over
Steven
it.
Seagal.
Not only does it look bad, but I can't believe he looks like that.
He looks like a real-life comic book supervillain. Doesn't he look like a fat Ra's al Ghul? Like, what happened to Steven Seagal? Why? And he was, like, talking shit.
He was never really in shape.
No, that's true.
Yeah, he was always the fat guy, he was
either skinny and he was like skinny and had no muscle tone, or he was fat.
As a child, I was like, man, you got Arnold, you got Jean-Claude Van Damme, you got Sylvester Stallone, and I'm like, Steven Seagal's in there, but why does he not look like that?
Because you just bought it because he was so fucking arrogant.
Yes.
Like he sold that shit. He's like, I'm the best.
You're like
and he's like all like strong and silent and shit. And you're like,
he's that way now. Before like they kind of wised up on him. And he was like involved with the UFC for a little bit and with like Anderson Silva.
Oh, really?
Like apparently like teaching him new tricks and stuff. And then Anderson Silva later on was just like, no, this guy
guy's
would teach
an
me
idiot.
shit.
He doesn't know
it was
shit.
just like I was just letting him hang around.
I mean, how did he get to be an
Steven
action
Seagal's
star? It's so
been
weird.
crazy for a long time.
Yes, he has. Well, this picture, I'll put this picture in the show notes, listener. Apparently, he was talking shit about like the NFL players taking a knee. The guy's just gone off the deep end, and he's a real life supervillain now. That's all. And I would love to see.
I like that he's a Russian citizen. That's
he's
random.
against people taking knees.
Yes, he was talking shit. What did he say? He called it the protest outrageous, a joke, and disgusting. He became a Russian citizen in 2016. What the fuck, Steven Seagal? You're crazy. He's a.
Maybe they love him over
They
there.
might. He's hanging out with Putin.
He's a joke over here, but he's like huge in Russia.
He loves to see George Foreman give him the beat.
I would do it.
Yeah.
If I was like a fucking prince in like Guam, I would go there and just be like fucking the man.
Guam, yeah.
Guam?
Well, or you go to like
wherever there's Rugboy mania, I'm going.
So I'll go to like UAE or Dubai. Like that.
Looking for a
Guam
place,
is like a
guys.
U.S. place.
Yeah.
Don't tell Donald Trump that. He's gonna
Oh yeah, it is the U.S. Fuck.
U.S.
fire a
territory.
missile
Damn
on him.
it.
I think we should have George Foreman, Steven
brain.
Seagal in the ring. Both of them have a George Foreman grill, and then just let them go at it. Like that's the only weapon they can
Who
use.
can make chicken faster?
No, they got to beat each other with the George Foreman
okay.
grills.
Each other with a grill.
Whoever last wins.
Who can make turkey burgers with no fat?
I mean, it'll never happen. But this is kind of the wacky.
That's
The
why this
wackiness
is the
comes
weird
out.
news segment, and that'll take us.
They should just do slap chops.
Yeah, it's
But prior to this,
You're gonna-
there was
you're gonna love my nuts.
10 years ago, Joe Rogan was campaigning to fight Wesley Snipes in the UFC.
Oh, for real?
Whoa.
That would have been interesting.
But it's another one of those things that'll just never happen because you got a crazy actor that has like some martial arts
Yeah.
experience.
All right, let's do a sidebar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who would you want to see fight that is like not a fighter that you would want to see pitted together in a ring that you would like from time? Like, was he Arnold versus like Sylvester Stallone? Like, what are we talking
I
about?
would like to see the actual what movie was that came out with Dolph Lundgren and Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Universal
You'd like to see
Soldier?
that?
Universal
real-
Soldier. I'd like to see those two actually fight.
Jesus, Jean-Claude Van Damme comes up to Dolph Lundgren's cock. barely.
I know. I want to see it though. I want to see if Jean-Claude Van Damme can do that jumping roundhouse kick that he did in
Oh, my
Bloodsport.
God.
He actually hold the splits in the air while fighting. That's what I
Wow,
want.
wowee.
Do you guys you remember that celebrity boxing show where Danny Bonaducci fought Screech from Saved by the Bell?
No,
Yeah, that was
I do
hilarious.
remember
That was
Yeah, that
hilarious.
was.
Did
Wait,
I
let me
see
pull that
that?
one up.
Danny-
Those were awesome.
Dude, Danny Bonaducci beat the shit out of Screech, who was homeless and making pornos at the time. And Bonaducci he's like a crazy man. And
yeah, remember he had like a show. He had like a reality show.
Where
they had
Breaking Bonaducci.
Manute Bol versus William the Refrigerator Perry.
that's a good one.
Joey Buttafuoco took on China.
That's a good one.
Oh my
God.
They've only had 4. I don't know who this guy is. Dustin Diamond versus Ron Palillo.
That's Screech versus.
Oh, okay. That's their real names.
Screech fought Horseshack from Welcome Back, Kotter. Who did Bonaducci fight?
Oh my God.
No, he didn't fight.
Oh, he did it. There was another one where it was
Oh yeah, he did. You're right. Danny Bonaducci fought Barry Williams.
Barry Williams. So Danny Bonaducci fights Greg Brady. Screech fights Horseshack
All right,
from Welcome
I got
Back,
one for
Kotter.
you.
That's fantastic.
I would like to see Nick Nolte versus Gary Busey.
Yes, that are the men that you would never want to be sweating or want sweating next to you because they probably smell awful.
It's not fair because Gary Busey has brain damage. Like he caved in his skull. That's why he's not all there. And every word is an
That is a
acronym
great
to him.
one. That's a really good one.
That's a great matchup, Ruggs. I would pay to see that. I wish they didn't cancel that show. Celebrity Boxing is a great show.
If I had a new rock band, that's what I would name it. Nolte versus Busey.
Celebrity
versus
Deathmatch was the show.
That was the puppet.
On
That was the
MTV? Yeah, that was-
claymation one.
I mean, they had like Marilyn Manson versus Charles Manson.
Yeah, but it's not real life. It's better
I
when
know,
they
but
actually.
they're like,
Celebrity
this is what we're
Deathmatch.
doing.
Yeah,
we're
that's
not
fair.
doing real life here.
No. But those people
Like-
really fought. Oh yeah.
Like I understand Steven Seagal, but George Foreman's like fucking 90 years old.
no, they're
Like,
both They're both in their 60s, 68,
Yeah, they're both
65.
on the 6'8".
Both around the same age. Yeah.
They're only 60.
Yeah,
George Foreman.
he's 68.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, they're about the same age. So it's an even fair match.
Jesus.
I just want somebody to punch smug Steven Seagal in his face. All right, and with that, we're going to wrap up the news. We'll take a quick break. I'll play some promos of independent podcasters. Remember, it's 2 pods a day month, all in October. Discover some new shows. We'll be up soon. Share it, retweet it. We'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Trivia Geeks, the unpredictable game show podcast, is back with a brand new season. They've got a new host, new games, and a new day and time. But that's not all. Now you can download their companion app, Triv Now, and play along in real time. Watch Carrie on YouTube as she tries to convince her partner that his Dark Knight hasn't risen in years. Listen on Diamond Club and Alpha Geek Radio, Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can also follow the show on Facebook and Twitter and get all the latest updates and showtimes.
Hey, my name's Paul, and I'm not an animal expert. I'm Donna, and I'm not an animal expert either.
And together we do a podcast about animals called Varmints.
Every week we pick an animal, do a bunch of research on it, and bring you some interesting facts about that animal.
But we don't stop there. We talk about that animal in movies, TV, and other pop culture.
And we talk about whether or not that animal would make a tasty dish, and how intelligent we think it is on the scale of 1 to 10.
It's exactly like one of those fancy PBS nature documentaries.
Except with more poo jokes.
New episodes go live every Thursday wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Or you can visit us at blazingcariboustudios.com.
Varmints! Varmints!
I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Blake from the History of Bad Ideas. And we'll get back to your regularly scheduled program here in just a second, geek listeners. But we do a weekly podcast called The History of Bad Ideas.
Yeah, where we'll discuss things like television or movies or music or games or any other thing that falls into our geek-related podcast knowledge.
You can find us on Geek Life Radio, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, or Radio-Blitz, Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, or you can listen to us whenever the hell you want on iTunes and Stitcher.
Check us out. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Doc and Nerd.
Listener, thank you so much for hanging out with us, for downloading us, streaming us every week. If you want more show, I highly suggest you sign up to our fan club, jockandnerd.com/Patreon, where you can help the show keep up maintenance costs, hosting costs, the cost for hookers and cocaine. All these things need to be paid for. And you will get access to an exclusive podcast feed with bonus content, hours and hours of bonus content. And guess what, guys? We got a new one.
Jock and Nerd, Geek Boner.
We've got a new patron. Super huge thank you. Shout out to Anthony Apodaca for joining the fan club this week. And he's enjoying all the bonus shows and bonus content. You should be too. Like last week's show where Rugboy reviews Destiny 2 in the post show. So if you want to know what he thought.
How long was that one?
It was like 40 minutes of you talking about Destiny 2.
So that's 40 minutes of bonus bonus footage.
Bonus Rugboy bullshit about Destiny. No, it was good. I learned a lot about the game.
Last week?
Yeah, after you left. Yeah, you left. It's all in the post show.
Well,
he asked me one question and I just droned on for 40 minutes.
About Destiny 2. That's awesome.
Destiny 2. So join the fan club, jockandnerd.com/Patreon, and be an awesome supporter. Let's get to some TV show reviews. I'm going to issue just one spoiler alert for everything.
Let's spoil some shit, Batman.
We're going to start with, finally, the infamous Marvel's InHumans on ABC 2-hour premiere, the thing that was shot with IMAX cameras and premiered in IMAX with less footage than what they showed us on TV. Apparently, there was more in the premiere that was in the IMAX that people paid like $20. And boy, am I glad I didn't pay $20.
If you like getting butt raped by Marvel, you went to that premiere.
It was
you really got ripped off. Sorry for anybody who went there.
So my theory about the ratings were going to be huge because people want to see what kind of a shit show this is. Of course, was wrong. It was viewed by 3.9 million people. It's the first fall rating premiere to earn a rating below a 1.0. It earned a 0.9.
1.0, yeah, in the key demographic.
In the key demographic, 18 to 49. So just under 4 million people.
That's not terrible.
That's not terrible for Friday night. Yeah, you should be getting a lot more ABC Friday night. Wow, everything they said was true. Who wants to start? Is there anything redeeming?
We all saw this?
Yes, everyone watched it. Is
there anything redeeming?
Yes. Was there anything good about this? Let's just get it out of the way.
It's not as offensive as I thought it would be.
Sure.
In terms of, I wasn't angry with anything that was going on. Yes. I was more or less just bored. So I guess that's better.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
The girl, Crystal, with the black hair dye.
Yeah, with the black stripe.
Not as bad as I thought it would look. Not great, but not bad.
Yeah.
The guy that plays Gorgon had some decent things, I guess.
Hawaii looks nice this time of year.
Hawaii does look nice, but Yeah, I don't know. Serinda Swan has a nice rack going for her.
She's got a nice
Medusa.
body.
Yeah.
I kind of liked her with some of the purple. I was like, ooh, she's got a nice body there. And Ruggs, anything positive to say about this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there is 3 pretty decent looking chicks in there, so there's that. There's Jim Caviezel Light there.
Who's that?
Which is
Anson Mount?
Black Bolt.
Yeah, Anson Mount.
Like,
Jim
Caviezel Light.
Yes.
That's what I call him. It's just like a poor man's Jim Caviezel. He's there. He's tall and looks like a dude.
He's doing sign language.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's a complete piece of shit, but in the post CW and the post all these other shows, like this seems like really, really milquetoast and uninspired.
Yes, it was. I'll agree with Anthony. Like the thing I kept thinking was like, wow, this is boring. You know, and
it wasn't like horrible, it wasn't like unwatchable or anything. It was just like, yeah, who cares?
It was laughable at times, cringeworthy dialogue, moments that were supposed to be deep. Where I was laughing. So, you know,
I didn't understand the actual plot.
Well, that's the one main thing is very confusing. Like they're setting up this royal family overthrow by one of the royal members of the family, kind of like a Game of Thrones thing. But none of this makes sense. Maximus is not even an Inhuman. He's just a human.
That's a huge change from the comics.
Right?
I'm not
That's
sure why.
Very big change.
Why that's a thing.
They show you the Terrigenesis transformation, and it looks completely different than what they've showed us in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
You know, like I thought they were supposed to get covered in a big fucking thing, and then they break out of the
rock. They have
rock.
the process a lot more streamlined, is what
because it's more evolved, maybe.
Well, no, it's just they know what they're doing.
Like the shots in, I don't even know where to start. The shots in Adelan are just kind of boring. So really, the protagonists, Medusa, Black Bolt, are kind of just aloof pricks, and Maximus is supposed to be the bad guy, but his argument kind of makes sense what he's saying, and I don't understand.
I don't know what does Maximus want exactly.
So look, let me try to get this one.
Okay,
Maximus is a human, and apparently a human in that society. If you go through Terrigenesis and you're a human, you get stuck in the mines.
You got to work in the mines.
So he's trying to make this system better because it's a weird caste system.
Yeah,
which actually kind of makes you want to root for him a little bit. But then also they need to expand because they're just growing on top of each other, and they need to go to the Earth because eventually the humans will find them, and it's one of these, we got to strike them before they get us.
So he wants to attack people on Earth.
Oh, and there's one more mode, and he just wants power. So you've got three motivations trying to meld into one.
See, I just don't understand why you just wouldn't just go to Earth. It's like I don't fit in here. Bye. I'm gonna go hang out and be a human.
I'm not even. What are you guys?
It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. He wants to belong. You know, I don't even know. It's just really weird. The caste system, like the regular people or people that don't have any powers, they just get in a subclass. I don't know.
What's weird about it is it's you're like, wait a minute, it does kind of suck to be there if you're not a part of the royal family. Like even Medusa, who was part of this caste system and her family hated the king, is now married into riches. So it's like you're almost rooting for the heroes or for the villain.
It's all fucking backwards.
But then the villain, like Rugboy had mentioned, his motivations are so unclear that I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know.
I just don't understand why, if you wanted to be a real protagonist, you would free the people and send them back to Earth where they can live a normal life. You know, you'd be like, let's get the fuck out of here. It's never going to be cool for us
let's
over
just
here.
go. Why?
On Earth, the Inhumans are the fucking guys that nobody likes.
Right.
You know, let's go there. Why try and throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing that's working for them? Like, you know what I mean? This whole world exists that works for them. And they're going to go there and fucking fight everybody? It doesn't make any sense.
A lot of things.
The bigger problem.
It's like, let's go leave here and go over there and fuck their the perfect society for us over there. It doesn't make any sense.
I was like, why did I find this boring? Like that's just a generic thing. I just found it boring. But I think a lot of it's to do with the fact that none of the heroes or supposed heroes, none of the royal family is at all either clearly motivated or relatable. Like nothing is going on. Like Black Bolt doesn't speak.
Right.
He just sits around and thinks.
Sign languages.
Medusa, her first line is, "Remember what it was like when before we were king and queen," and that's never touched upon again. Gorgon is kind of just like a douche. With Karnak is like not relatable at all. I don't know what the fuck Karnak's got going on either. And Crystal is like just something to look at. Like there's nothing really where you're like,
what about the
dog?
dog?
So I was gonna say
the dog is the best character, I guess.
I just remember two things that I actually liked. Lockjaw being one of them, but they clearly like ran out of money to CGI him because they locked him away, so he couldn't do anything. But Lockjaw was adorable, and I kind of like that first shot where he's far away and you think it's a little dog, and then he comes forward and it's this fucking giant dog. The other thing was that one scene where Karnak does get killed, and then you see his powers, where he re-sees the situation. He's like, oh, that didn't work. Let's do this. And kind of goes back and takes another shot at it. But then he comes to Earth and he hits his head and his fucking powers don't work. So that's gone.
That's totally against character for Karnak because first off, Karnak's he's an inhuman, but he doesn't have any powers. He's one of those. So they fucked that around too.
Yeah.
His whole thing is he can see the weakness in everything or find the fault in anything.
Right.
So he's able to.
But he's like a strategist
if that's the case,
too, though. He sees.
He shouldn't have never fallen down a fucking cliff. He should have seen.
He didn't see that shit coming.
There's something coming here.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So what's going on?
Yeah, I always get confused when people lose their powers for no apparent reason.
No apparent reason.
They work then and they don't work then.
And then you see Triton in the beginning, but you barely get to know him. You don't get to know about any of these fucking people.
Well, you meet two characters in the beginning
and they're both killed.
Like that, and they're both like gone with it. Like they're not even your introduction.
No.
They're just it just happened.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the budget too. It's so funny. They lock away Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Right away, and they shave
and
Medusa's
then they
hair.
cut her hair off. So oh my god, there's so many thoughts. The hair, it looked okay. Like it wasn't great. It did two scenes. She used the hair, and then she gets taken down by fucking clippers. Like.
They didn't know like special. Weird. It was like just a regular clipper.
It looks like
they
were from
like
sports clips. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
And there was no consistency. Like
they weren't even like inhuman clippers. Like,
wouldn't she fight back with her fucking hair?
That's what I was saying. Her hair was almost like a hand. In the beginning, she was able to use it like that. But then she's being held by her arms, and now she can't fight back with her hair.
The guy zapped her, but then he'd take away her powers. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then also, I thought in the comic books, like she can still control her hair even if it gets cut off. She like has a connection. So, but
seeing it on screen though, to me I'm chalking it up there with Mr. Fantastic's powers.
Yeah,
it's just really lame.
But
it's really lame.
That scene where he was shaving her hair off, I was fucking laughing my ass off. I was like,
because they were playing such dramatic
holy
music.
Shit, it was so overdone. I was like, are you fucking
But the thing is, the reason that doesn't work is you haven't lived with this character at all to know the significance of her hair.
First episode, they cut her fucking hair off. And then
it's bacon on you being a fan of the comics and knowing that her hair is important.
And then even when they come to Earth, like there's some action scenes and you see Black Bolt below the thing, but it's just meh. It's like it's not good.
No, it's. I mean, we knew it was cheap, but the fight choreography is really cheap. The sets
it's really
are really
bad.
Cheap.
It's really bad. It's really all the fights are horrible.
Also, when Gorgon lands in the water, really the black guy can't swim in Humans. Really, that's what you're gonna do?
Well. The only defense I'd have is there's no water on the moon.
I guess, but
okay.
It seemed a
tad. But it is the typical black guy.
It seemed a tad bit.
Well, the best thing, not the best thing. Another thing I noticed randomly is Crystal's apartment.
Yeah,
like supposed to be on the city of Adelan, this weird city, looks just like some modern chic apartment in like New York City or LA.
You know what really bugged me?
But then Black Bolt, they have these communicators. Where these watches, they're basically Apple watches. But they had these Apple watches, but then Black Bolt, and they have video. They're able to see video in Adelan, but all of a sudden a cell phone comes out and Black Bolt's like puzzled.
He's like,
Puzzled.
"What's
What the
this?
fuck is this?
How do they know what?
He thinks it's a gun.
Well, I was like, how do? See, they said they've been watching them, but like, how does she know what a bus is? How do they know what any of this shit is? If they've never been to Earth, they could have been observing.
Well, they've been observing, but that's the inconsistency. Is he thought a fucking phone was a gun, but yet they were able to ride buses and go to stores and like shop.
Yes. And the communicators, like you have a character.
They're iPhones.
They're
Apple
They're like
Watches.
Fitbits. But the thing is, you have a character who can't talk, and you don't like. There's no like texting or beeping thing that he's got to hold it up to his heart. Like there's nothing in the tech that would allow him to communicate more intelligently. Like what the fuck are you doing? Who created this?
That would be cool if he could text.
Right? At least you could talk to the motherfucker.
Well, I read an article somewhere that he developed his own sign language.
Yes.
Anson Mount.
Yeah.
And he was hoping that this language could eventually, if they got more seasons, be up there with like Dothraki or Klingon, where it's like a new language that he's invented.
Oh, he's trying to make a Klingon? Yeah, that's not going to happen, Anson Mount.
But
no.
But they don't explain anybody's characters. Like, if you never read the comic book, you wouldn't know what any of these guys. You don't know that Black Bolt. Like, Black Bolt, also, he killed his parents. Like, what a dick. Like, it was an accident, but still, this is the main antagonist. He kills his fucking family.
Well, more of my problem with Black Bolt is I had imagined him to be this regal guy that like never speaks and like only speaks when it's super important or like says things. Yeah. But the way this guy's acting, I mean, he's just a fucking buffoon.
Yeah.
He just walks around looking confused the entire time or constipated.
Yes, he does. And also, they put him in like, we're back to the tight leather on superheroes. That's you can't breathe. What the fuck?
Too.
The funniest thing, though, like they hyped that they spent all this money on IMAX cameras. They were going to put all this money in there, yet they hired the guy who admitted himself, the director, that they hired me because I could do things fast and cheap, which means it's not good. Really. It was a complete waste. Oh, well, the fucking one thing that really bothered me set design-wise is the fucking cutout of the hallway at eye level. Like, what is the purpose of that? Why do you have that?
I don't know.
Just so you could shoot through there? Like, it makes no sense.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It's so dumb. Like, none of the design makes any sense. It's just so bland.
I don't understand.
Boring.
Well, I mean, there's issues with the plot, but I don't understand how they were touting this as an IMAX thing, and it just is so cheaply shot and so obviously cheap.
It's so obviously cheaply shot.
Yeah, it just if you're gonna do something like that, I don't know. You should not make a big deal out of it and say shot in IMAX. It's just it's
horrible.
It made it so much worse. It made it so much because you're expecting more, and then you get a lot of tracking shots of hallways and foliage and shit like that.
That's I have a couple.
But it felt very sci-fi. It felt very sci-fi.
Yeah, cheap sci-fi.
On that channel, and it felt like they would do these wide shots of like Adelan. It's like complete CGI, or like a shot of like Hawaii, like the beautiful crater or whatever. Yep. But then they like all the rest of the scenes are these like close-ups where it's just like not wide angles at all. There's no scenery. It's just cheap scenery. Even the shots in Hawaii, I didn't know they've probably filmed in Hawaii, but they did a real good job when it wasn't a establishing shot of making Hawaii look real boring.
Yeah. Like where was that a set? Are you cutting back and forth?
I wouldn't be surprised if some of those forest scenes were a set.
Even like the fight choreography is so like Medusa fighting that girl and killing her, and she's not dead. It was fucking.
That girl was actually cute.
That girl was she was very cute.
That and like Black Bolt fighting the cops. There's just it's so bad.
Who was that? Who plays that girl? What was that girl? I don't even know what her fucking name is. But Ewan Rion, who I now know as a Ramsay Snow bastard of Roose.
I can't believe this is the same guy.
Wow! Like they gave him the shittiest lines. His big speech at the end, I was just like, "Whoa, that's fucking rough."
That projection effect was so horrible.
It's so the lines are horrible. The dialogue is, and he couldn't even fucking save this shit. It's surprising.
I'm surprised because he actually, if he was true to like the Maximus, and this was actually something that they put a lot of effort into,
he would have been
I think he could be a pretty good Maximus.
He's just written so poorly. Everyone's written really poorly.
His motivation, first off, is actually something you would kind of root for.
Yeah.
Because he's overthrowing this royal family that has this outdated system of ruling things.
Yep.
But then his motivation is so muddy by the end of it, you're just like, what? I don't understand.
Like,
who am I rooting for here?
It's so predictable. Like, what's going to happen is they're going to go down and then they're going to learn that they've been wrong and they're going to go back and tell the people that we were wrong and we're better and overthrow Maximus. It's just, it's so telegraphed already. Fucking horrible.
I just feel like if you're going to make a show that is supposed to be like this big deal. He's shooting it on IMAX, and it's a special miniseries or whatever. It's supposed to replace Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It should be better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
It should be better on like every level. This is actually like steps behind
it's
the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was, we weren't so great, very psyched about. Like, we're like, okay, that was milquetoast. So it was even more milquetoasted the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And less production value, and the fight scenes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are solid.
Yes.
The camera work is solid. The direction is solid. Like, this is like amateur hour compared to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it really is. I got a couple of great lines from our listeners. Jimmy Graben tweeted, "Inhumans, so many hallways." And Ron Hahn said, "Tried watching Inhumans. I was able to power through 13 episodes of Iron Fist. I couldn't get through the first 2 of this." Now,
will you guys continue watching?
This one is the first time I'm seriously considering just cutting it off right here.
If everybody in the show is in bikinis, I'll maybe watch that episode.
Maybe I'll give it.
They're in Hawaii.
I'll give it one more episode.
I am already done with it.
I know you're done, and I don't blame you. I don't blame anyone who's done. I don't see how these ratings are going to get better next week.
It's not even. I mean, it's not even that like I said earlier, it's not even that it offends me so much as it is just so boring. And I've watched, excluding commercials, an hour and a half of footage, and nothing grabbed me. Literally nothing.
Nope.
Even Iron Fist could grab me.
Yeah.
In the first episode, even as bad as he is in the acting, like at least the plot, I was like, all right, where's this going? This one, I'm like, I don't care.
I mean, we're in this world now that we've been exposed to for the past like 2 or 3 years of all of this comic book stuff that's on TV. We've seen genre shows. We've seen, like, it's the golden age of TV right now, where it's just like Netflix and all these shows. So, like, when these shows come out and they're like stuck in the past, they're like, this is a show that would have came out in 1990.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
this is way,
and
this
been
is
groundbreaking,
huge
maybe. But
step backwards.
But yeah, it's like, for now, in the context that we're watching shit, it's not even par. It's subpar.
In a world of Game of Thrones, when this thing really relies on that kind of drama, because you're setting this up as royal drama, it's you can't, anything that you do is just going to seem like a really bad.
You're relying on royal drama, but you're also, I mean, you chose Adelan, which is supposed to be this different. So you're supposed to jump into this new world on the moon. That's supposed to be exciting, and you chose Hawaii.
Yeah.
So you chose two locations that could be exciting if you had money and you weren't trying to do this on the cheap.
Except Adelan is just boring white boxes.
Well, Adelan just boring gray boxes.
White boxes. There's no color. Like, everyone is wearing this drab shit. It's so just, what are you doing?
And everyone's wearing these costumes, but I'm like, those costumes aren't even all that alien.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing
special.
Everybody's wearing this like drab gray like tunic.
There's nothing regal about
the Asian
it.
chick running around. I'm like, wouldn't bat my eye. I mean, other than it being Hawaii and she's wearing leather, I wouldn't be like, that outfit's way out there for me.
You're like, she's clearly not from this planet. No, you wouldn't say that. You don't get that.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, this is.
I mean, it's the show starting off with the guy in the green makeups. I mean, just right there, you're like, God, that looks terrible.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's dead. And then the whole plot line about they're in the bubble and the moon rover and the girl trying to figure out what the fuck happened, and she sees it's a hoof.
I mean, I'm sure that'll be resolved, but that went nowhere too. That girl
went nowhere.
Disappeared.
Yeah, that was what.
Like, you're not working here anymore. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave, and then
I'm out. That was not in the IMAX premiere. That was some of the extra shit, but it really amounted to nothing. They just had to fucking. Somebody's watching them. The government. I don't know. I don't know if I can watch another episode. It was so, especially after now that I'm powering through Game of Thrones, I'm like, wow, I don't think I can do this anymore with Inhumans. We'll see. Maybe I'll give it, if I'm bored, I'll watch the 3rd episode.
It doesn't have a prayer.
No.
Who can watch this?
No, I don't know. Let's talk about another show that was, compared to Inhumans, fucking a million times better. It's another premiere of a show based on Marvel characters, but it's from Fox, and it's The Gifted. They are X-Men show that actually exists in their X-Men universe, unlike Legion.
Right.
That said it was The Outside. This premiered the day after, and both shows kind of start the same way. you are introduced to a character running because there's people hunting them. And in Humans, like we said, you don't know who this girl is. She gets shot and dies. You're done. So what the fuck? In this one, though, that you meet Blink, Jamie Chung as Blink, and she is our point of view into the underground mutants.
For the listener, by the way, I did not watch this, so
you should.
If I don't talk, it's because I don't have anything to say.
If you
about
have
this.
time, you should watch it because I really enjoyed this. Ruggs, what did you think of The Gifted?
It was one of those things I didn't want to watch.
Right? Really?
And then I was watching it. I'm like, it's not so bad. They're actually like the way that I would describe it is they played it as about as good as you can play it to make like a new show that's low-key mutants.
Directed by Bryan Singer.
Honestly, that's the same feeling I had. I have no desire to watch this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't like there was nothing bad about it. It was not. It was. They did an earnest job of trying to make this show. The acting was good. The directing was good. The pacing of it was pretty good. I didn't find anything egregious at all. There's a couple little Easter eggs and little nods here and there. It feels like it takes place in the same world that Logan takes place in that movie.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And it was good. I might watch another 2 episodes or 3 episodes, but as I said, in the world that we're living in now, where we have so much of this stuff, it feels like a retread of stuff that we've already seen before. Yeah. So it's hard for me to like be excited about it. You know,
I mean, after the Inhumans, like what they did so many things right that I really got me while watching this show.
Better.
Yeah,
this is actually, you know, par. It's about it's good.
At par. Yes, this one was viewed by 4.9 million people, so it beat Inhumans ratings. But yes, on surface, it is your standard family on the run. Father used to hunt mutants. You find out that the kids are mutants. Now he's got to leave, joins up with the mutant underground. The feds are chasing him. There's Sentinel Services, which is the timeline question is interesting. I agree with you, Ruggs. I think it takes place somewhere, you know, before in this universe of Logan, but after the X-Men movies, like somewhere in the near future. It's definitely because they mention in the show, the X-Men are gone. The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants are gone. And what was different is you really get to learn about these characters. Like they fleshed out the characters great. All the actors were very good, and like I just really got connected with the cast right away.
There's a cool plight that drives the plot. Yeah. It's like these kids find out they're mutants, and then all of a sudden everything gets, you know, what happens to these kids? What do we do with these kids? So it's a good way to. There's definitely a dramatic push to the plot.
I like watching the kids discover their powers. You had a lot of mutants. You had Blink. You had Polaris, who is confirmed by the creator Matt Nix. She's going to be Magneto's daughter. It's going to be referenced in this show. You had Thunderbird. You had Eclipse with the light powers, and then you had the kids. And I love how the boy, he seems really powerful, but it's that standard thing where the kid, it's very Carrie, like there was a high school scene where the kid's getting bullied at a dance and shit just goes crazy. But like, being that kid when I was going to school, like I can relate to that kid. And man, I wish I could have done that when I was being fucking bullied. It's just like scream and everything just fucking explodes by your crazy telekinesis powers. So, I mean, I thought they did that really well. And do
you think this show has legs?
I think it has a lot more potential than fucking Inhumans. I absolutely do.
Yeah, but that's not saying much. I mean, Inhumans has got nothing going for it.
You know, they start the Sentinels thing. I think you can grow because it kind of had a cool Fox action show feel, kind of like it reminded me of 24 a little bit in a good way. So I enjoyed the action. Bryan Singer did a good job directing. You get that feel of some of his movies. And this one I am excited to watch again and see where it goes. Absolutely.
All right, I got a rug down for you.
Okay, here we go.
Here's the rundown. All right, you can clearly see the difference between Disney Marvel and Marvel at Fox.
Yes, this is very important.
All right. Fox is willing to do things a certain way that's a little bit more risky and a little bit more fun than what Marvel's doing. Marvel seems to play it really safe, especially with the Disney thing and all of this kind of like, it really feels like corporate and really vanilla, all the Marvel stuff that's coming out on TV especially. The movies, of course, they're successful in their own right, and no one's been able to top what they do at the movies. But because they have this formula, they built this whole thing. But on TV, it's kind of more even ground, right? So like, Marvel doesn't really have anything on that's besides Netflix, and those shows are starting to show their weakness too. So there's something weird about Marvel on TV. And Fox just did Legion, which was amazing.
Yep.
And they're doing Gifted, and this is, I'm not going to say it's on the level of Legion, because it's not as, Legion takes so many risks and does so many crazy-ass things. But the Gifted seems like a pretty solid show from what I'm seeing right now. So it's just, you can see the difference between Marvel, owned by Disney, piloted by Disney on TV, and Fox, who's doing Marvel stuff that's a little bit better, a little bit edgier, and a little bit more adult.
It's a very good point. We knew when Disney bought Marvel, we're like, when are we going to see the effects of this? You kind of knew, and I didn't want to admit it, but like, they're going to Disneyfy this.
Well, you saw what they did with Spider-Man.
Yes. And look at the edgy shit Fox giving us fucking Logan, R-rated Wolverine. Marvel never would have done that. Like you said, Legion, very edgy. And this, Deadpool, another one. And The Gifted, I thought this was a very solid pilot. Like, it really hooked me. And I'm in for the ride. I already like these characters. I want to learn more about them. I want to hang out with them. I want to see what happens to his family. It was a very good job, but this is really interesting that we're now kind of seeing the difference between the Disney Marvel and Fox.
It's pretty visible because it's by the same company. It's Marvel.
Yeah.
And so you can't be like, oh, this is DC, and no, this is Marvel. These are Marvel characters. They exist in the Marvel universe. They come from that Marvel brand. So, two different companies, you could totally see the contrast. It's there. It's as bright as day.
And also, what's got to be taken into consideration, especially with both of these shows, Kevin Stencils posted this great article from Decider on our Facebook group, is the fact that Marvel sold the rights to the X-Men in the late 90s, so they can make, right before they made the X-Men movie. This article is titled Marvel's Silent War, How Inhumans and the Gifted Prove the X-Men Can Never Be Replaced. So, they sell their shit.
Very well-written article.
It's a great article, and it has a great breakdown of the timeline of how Marvel Comics has been kind of trolling Fox with the characters they own, and how they wanted to make the Inhumans their version of the mutants they can use in their cinematic universe because they don't own the rights. And the big irony being Stan Lee, Jack Kirby invented both of these factions of people. One being a race that's like, that's a analogy for racism, maybe homophobia. The other one being more of a regal group of people that are genetically altered also. But Marvel stopped printing X-Men comic books. They got rid of the Fantastic Four entirely. They were totally trolling them, and now just recently they've started X-Men titles coming back. But, there was that time where Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in the comic books were retconned to not be the children of Magneto, and then you see them as Avengers in the Age of Ultron as Miracle Children. So all these interesting little shenanigans in this back and forth, Marvel just wishes they had the mutants, and I think Fox now really is right not to give it back.
They did an event, Inhumans versus the X-Men. They did an event where the Inhuman Terrigenesis is now killing the mutants.
Right.
In comics. This is all comics. But the big thing from this article, which was very well done, is that the mutants are always be a little bit more relatable than the Inhumans, because the Inhumans is a family that's out there. It's a regal family on the moon.
Yep.
That's not at all relatable. The X-Men are people down here on Earth that are being disowned by their families because they're different.
You could be one. That could be you. It could be your brother.
But I would argue that they had an opportunity to create another X-Men, and they failed miserably.
In the Inhumans?
Yes. No, because they had the factor. You have this race that's living on the moon that's regal and shit, but the fact what they did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where Terrigenesis was happening all over the world, and people were getting normal. That's like as mutant as you can get.
Yeah.
So it's just the origin is different, but the characters are just lame.
Yeah.
They don't have any compelling characters, and of course you're not gonna be able to mess with Wolverine or any of those great characters like that we love so much. So it's crazy that Marvel could not strike lightning twice in creating characters that were
the only thing
interesting.
I would say is I don't know how I haven't seen how the sales are doing, but according to this article, the Inhumans comics lines is the deepest it's ever been. They've Uncanny Inhumans, All New Inhumans, Miss Marvel, Karnak, and Black Bolt. They've got 9 comics out right now that are Inhumans.
And they got solo titles like Miss Marvel is a great Inhuman character. I would love to see her done, but this fantasy royal family is not relatable.
They had a chance, as Rugboy says though. They and it still could be solved. It's just it's too close though to X-Men.
They need to get away from the royal family.
Absolutely. I agree.
They need to just distance themselves from that, because I never liked the royal family. Black Bolt and all that stuff, I never really saw them as a cool team. I just thought Black Bolt's uniform looked cool, and everything else I didn't really like. I never liked Medusa's hair, and anybody else. I can't even name any other Inhumans pretty much off the top of my head like that I like. So they could have made all new characters and just revamped everything and started fresh. Because like if you're you lose like your main property, X-Men. It's a fucking huge property.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get them back because Fox is going to keep making movies. You got to do something.
The big problem with the Inhuman main characters is, one, everyone's going to think it's an X-Men ripoff. Two, the big conflict in the Inhuman family is Black Bolt and Maximus. Well, Black Bolt can't talk.
Yes.
Also, it seems like very copying of Thor and Loki, which is also done way better.
Oh, yeah.
The brothers, with the brother trying to usurp the other one.
Yeah. I don't know why they were so hot and heavy for the
Inhumans.
Inhumans.
They should distance themselves totally from that and start anew. Like, why? You could just start a team that forms organically of people that find each other on Earth, and then they just have each other's backs, and they're like, cool.
I smell, you know how we talked about how like Marvel's TV separated from Marvel Studio, they're different, and this is like Ike Perlmutter's like got a hard on to get these things on the screen for some reason. Like there's got to be some fucking politics, because it doesn't make any sense like how you could make this and watch it and be like, that's good, yeah, let's air this, let's put it in IMAX. Really? Watch The Gifted, great show. Kevin Stencils, thank you for that article. All right, let's talk about something really, really good. And that's Game of Thrones.
So tell the listener where if they're following, what you're reviewing right now, or what we're going to talk about.
Last episode, I left off at season 3, episode 7. So I have watched the rest of season 3 and all of season 4.
Oh, shit.
The last thing I saw, the last episode of season 4, Arya by herself sailing off to Bravos after flashing that iron coin, being like, Valar Morghulis. And the guy's like, oh, yes, come in. Here's a cabin. Absolutely. Come with us.
All right. Let me ask you questions then.
Yes.
Seeing as you've watched a lot, and if it were up to you, you would narrate the whole thing.
Oh, my God. There's so many things happened. Where do we start? What
was your most shocking thing that happened?
Well, look, I think we got to start with the episode titled Reign of Castamere, better known as The Red Wedding.
The Red Wedding?
So because I knew, like, I was on to the episode 9 things. I knew something big was going to happen in episode 9. And I kind of knew everyone gets slaughtered at the wedding, but I didn't know any of the details. And I even said last episode, funnily enough, where I was like, Talisa's pregnant, but I don't know if this baby's going to get born. She could be dead next episode. Sure enough, 2 episodes later, at fucking Walder Frey's wedding. And it was so great because they foreshadowed this so well in the episode. Like, so many little things were giving you cues. Walter Frey clearly was pissed the whole time, even though his daughter's getting married. You could just see him stewing, and the doors close, and this music starts, and Lady Stark looks up, and you're like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? And then, like, when they just stabbed Talisa in the stomach, I was like, oh, fuck. And then what happened was even crazier. Everyone dies. Now, I know this was a huge moment in Thrones lore. I want to know, Anthony, when you got to this episode, you didn't know anything. What was your reaction?
So I'm really lucky that I'd never heard.
Yes, you are.
What was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because when this fucking happened, I think I texted Imran immediately. I texted a few people. The Red Wedding, when Talisa gets stabbed in the stomach and all the shit goes down, I literally screamed at the TV, "Oh no!" like literally, like a genuine reaction of horror, like "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Like, and I haven't screamed at the TV for something that is fiction in a very, very long time. I was completely shocked, and the episode. I mean, seeing that all happen, I literally like I'm able to power through and just watch another episode.
Yeah.
This one. I sat there for a while and just had to like recollect everything. And I was like, Rob was my boy. Yeah. This was my favorite character. And he just died. And I was even, I mean, I knew I was going to keep watching, but for a second or two, I was like,
I just need to let
I don't know.
sit.
I don't know if I want to watch this anymore.
Oh my God. Wow.
Like,
I was that disappointed.
You lost all. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
You lost all hope. You were sitting there going, all right, these motherfucking Starks, they're coming back, man.
Yeah.
They're going to have another kid.
Right.
The legacy's going to live on. And then they just fucking take that all away from you. And then you feel like completely without hope. And you're like, how do we recollect ourselves after this?
Yeah.
How do we fucking beat these motherfuckers after this?
The fucking
And,
Lannisters.
That's exactly what I was. And I was like, and at that point in the show, I was like, I liked all these other characters, but I was like, I don't know how we're going to do this. Like, how are we going to get revenge?
But did it get you back in? Did it pull you back in?
I am pulled. Oh yeah, I'm pulled back in, of course.
Yes.
Dude,
But that was a hard. That was by far, even up to this point. I'm almost done with season 6.
Does it make Walking Dead feel like a little bitch?
Oh, Walking
Yes.
Dead sucks.
Makes it feel like
someone's gonna die this season. Like
maybe.
everybody dies all the time.
Right.
Rex, do you
Like-
remember what was your reaction when you first saw that?
I was like, first of all, I liked Talisa, and I was like, fuck, I liked her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Rob Stark's dead. I'm like, and the mom, I didn't care that.
Yeah,
that died.
I actually didn't mind the mom dying.
Yeah, I was like, all right, not enough for her. But like, I was just like, so like, all right, who am I gonna after? I was like, who am I gonna root for now?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Like the sisters, like where the fuck are we gonna? Who's gonna rise up? I'm like, Jon Snow's still there.
I was like, there's 4 Starks left.
At that point, you're like, Jon Snow is there, but you're like, he's not leaving Castle Black.
No,
like he's not like. Yeah, I was literally like, there's no one. Like
you got
Arya,
Bran, who's a cripple, and that other boy that nobody even knows, and then Arya and Sansa, and dude.
Well, that's when you start to realize that Daenerys is so important.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
at this point in the show, I was like, I like Daenerys, but she's so far removed from this being a personal thing for her that I'm like, I like her, but it's never going to mean as much as if Rob would have fucking killed Joffrey.
Right.
You know, even now, I'm kind of bitter that it's not Rob sitting on the fucking Iron Throne and he's fucking dead.
You wanted that revenge so bad.
Well,
even the way they
because Rob was so. I mean, he was a fucking idiot, but he was great. Like he was an honorable person. He was doing the right things in terms of honor. I mean, he could not play the political game at all, and he lost.
His dick got him in trouble though. Because of Talisa is the catalyst that just sent.
No, well, that's not only that. There's a scene earlier when they have.
What was the catalyst for the Red Wedding, though? Like, I don't remember.
So
that well.
there's a couple things. It was
me.
He was supposed to marry Walder Frey's daughter, because he let him pass through the twins, but he married Talisa instead. So he broke that pact. He also set off the Boltons because the Roose Bolton. Yeah. They had the Lannisters captured. They had a couple Lannisters. Roose was like, I can get info on them if you just let me torture them, basically. And Rob is like, no. Like, he's like, we will not do that. That's not anything we'll do. We treat them like humans. We'll feed them food. He also pissed off the Karstarks by cutting off the Karstark leader's head. So he fucked over 3 houses that were supporting him.
Yeah. So he had to get his comeuppance at some point.
He just wasn't. He was a great war strategist, a great human being. Terrible at the political game. Terrible at the Game of Thrones.
Great at battle. Also, I mean, he was a better soldier.
Great the Young Wolf. He was one of the best war strategists.
If you want to watch the actor who plays Robb Stark in another series, watch the Medici series on Netflix. Which is pretty good.
Medici. Even the way they filmed, like when the mom died, you thought that she made it, and the very last thing, she's standing there, and a guy just comes up, cuts her throat, and then it cuts to black. You're like, holy shit. No music at the end, and you have to sit there. And
you just have to sit
like,
there.
now what the fuck happens?
Yeah. You just got owned.
It was great. And what the fuck happens is that they don't waste time right away. Season 4, second episode, Joffrey's killed. And how
did you feel about that?
That was a great episode, and they really played up how much of it's called The Purple Wedding. They love how they played up how much of a dick he was, fucking picking on Tyrion, and then we don't know who
Were you
killed
as
him.
surprised on that one?
I mean, that one was coming. I didn't think it would happen that way. So here's the one thing about this episode. Years ago when it aired, I randomly saw this episode at my friend's house. I was just there, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna watch Game of Thrones." I was like, "Okay," but I forgot about the Joffrey bit. I remember the beginning of it, and I forgot it ended with Joffrey dying. But that was fucking satisfying, dude. It was very satisfying. I was very happy. I was like, "Good, finally, someone took this fuck out." But I didn't, and you don't know who it is for a while. And you discover that it was all Grandma Tyrell and Littlefinger and maybe even Tywin Lannister in on the plan.
No.
You don't think it was Tywin?
No, it was not Tywin.
It was Littlefinger, who also killed Jon Arryn. So you start to see Littlefinger is pulling a lot more strings than you think.
Let me jump in for the purple wedding real quick. So I didn't know it was happening this episode, but unfortunately on YouTube I looked up one scene and then the next video suggested was Joffrey dying.
Oh no.
So I knew that he was going to die, so that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it to happen this way. I have to say, I disagree, Imran. Although I'm happy he was fucking choking on his own spit or whatever.
Yeah.
Was not happy that he died that way.
Really?
I wanted to see Arya kill him. He was like Rugboy. He was on Arya's list. Yeah. Sansa could have fucking killed him. I wanted to see a Stark fucking kill that guy.
That's a good point. He didn't really suffer for what how much
suffered.
he
He definitely. I mean, the guy fucking suffered.
Was that the episode where there was a fight, like a fight performance or something like that?
No, he was reenacting the War of the Five Kings
with the little
dwarves.
people, with the dwarves. Yeah, and
he was being at his dickish tops.
Yes.
Then there's later is the trial by combat.
Yes, that is fucking awesome. However, let's not pass over the fact that Jaime Lannister rapes his sister next to the body of their kid. That's fucking twisted.
Pretty fucking depraved.
Very depraved.
At that point, you're starting to like Jaime, and then he bangs his sister next to his dead son. You're like, what the fuck?
I think he was trying to console her. He was trying, but that's the only thing that works. He
was trying to console her. It had been so long. He didn't know any other way to deal with it than to just bang her.
It had been so long, and they haven't done anything. And I was
that was a very strange.
That was very hard to watch. I was like, oh my god,
you can't condone it on any level. But I just don't know. That was just a weird thing to watch.
So Tyrion is being railroaded, and the whole trial scene is great because they do. Jaime makes a deal with Tywin, and it's so great. He's like, I'll give all this up to be the heir. And Tywin's like, sure, done, deal, good. We're just going to send him to the wall. And fucking Tyrion, impulsive. And Shay shows up, pushes him over the edge.
Yeah, Tyrion's not actually, I'll take that back. Tyrion's not impulsive.
He's not?
No, he is very calculated. He only reacts like that because he realizes he is basically fucked.
Yeah, well,
when Shay starts talking to him.
There's 2 moments in this season where he gives in to his impulse and freaks out, and that's when he completely screws up the plan. He was free. He's like, I want a trial by combat. Oh, it was so good, and we get to meet
his whole. I confess to being a dwarf, and you hating me, and I wanted you should have burned or whatever in that wildfire. Like him being like, I saved all of you.
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
You all are all fucking me now.
He's like, I would kill every one of you.
Yeah.
But
that was awesome.
He had such great moments everyone telling the story of when he was a baby and Cersei pinched his penis and his dad wanted to kill him and Cersei wanted to kill him every time.
Jaime and Tyrion's relationship is nice.
It was so great because they really did care for each other.
They're brothers. They're bros.
The trial, fucking amazing. Jaime won't do it because he's like, I can't do it with my left hand. I'm not that good. And we've met Prince Oberyn.
Bronn won't do it either.
Bronn won't do it because that was hilarious. That came out of nowhere. He's like, oh, I'm getting married. I'm giving up the life. I don't do this anymore. I was like, what? Really? Jesus, Bronn. You're the drunk fucking whores every episode, and now he's like a good man. Prince Oberon of Dorne, very interesting character.
I think he just didn't want to fight the
he didn't want to fight the mountain. That's what it was.
So
he ain't trying to die. He ain't trying to die there.
Cersei has the mountain. I got info on this guy. Fucking guy is huge. And Oberon goes to Tyrion, and he's like, look, I came here to kill the fucking mountain and to kind of get back at Tywin Lannister because they killed my sister and her kids. And that fight scene was amazing because first he's flipping the pole around, and I'm like, this dude is so dead. What are you doing? What are you doing all that fancy shit? And he's got a poison thing, and he gets him. And then he gets cocky. But he was so great where he's like, you say your name. You killed my sister. You raped her. And then he gets cocky, and the mountain fucking squishes his head.
Oh, shit.
Pops it like a cantaloupe. Unbelievable.
What a finish there.
Wow.
That was such a crazy.
That was another scene. Nothing's going to beat the Red Wedding for me, but that was another scene where I'm like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
I love Tyrion, and we're fucked.
And now
we're fucked. How the fuck are we getting out of this one?
He's gonna be sentenced to fucking die because stupid Oberon.
Game of Thrones, you fucked me again.
Wow.
We're fucked.
Jaime, last minute, he's like, look, you're my brother. I love you. Make your way up that door, up the stairs, knock twice. Varys has got a boat. You'll be fine.
Going to Essos, baby.
Going to Essos, and fucking Tyrion looks up the stairs. And he walks the other way, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Another crazy impulsive move, only because he goes to his father's chamber and finds fucking Shay there. Shay is fucking Tywin Lannister. She thinks it's him. She calls him my lion. And I was like, oh, fuck. And he fucking
Well, the irony, too, is that Tywin's been berating Tyrion the entire season about fucking whores. And he's fucking his whore.
And he takes his girl and he chokes her, kills her with her necklace, and shoots Tywin Lannister on the shitter.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. I don't think Tywin expected that, how his ending.
What a great way to go.
What a great way to go for such a best
death.
The best part about that is the guy that plays Tywin is fucking fantastic.
He's so good.
And
he's so
up until he gets shot with the arrow in the chest, the way he's acting, he's like, come on, Tyrion, you're really not gonna fucking shoot me, dude. It's basically like, give me the gun.
Yeah.
Give me the gun,
Give me
dude.
the gun.
You're
Put
not.
it down.
You don't have it in you to kill me.
He thought he could talk his way out of it, and for a second, then the whole time, really, I was like, shoot him, fucking shoot him already. Oh, what a redemption moment for Tyrion, dude. You just really feel for the hate his family has for him, and then he takes off, gets put in a box, but that was crazy. What else?
Well, let me ask you this before we. What do you think Tyrion's next story is?
Well, look, he's got to go somewhere and just like become his own king. I think he goes east to the free people and just starts a business or starts getting power there. Just if I was him, I'd be like, go east, live your life, fucking smoke some drugs that they got out there, and just hang out and be cool. Go to find an opium den. What is his motivation now? Jaime helped him.
You'll see. I just wanted to see where you think it's going.
The woman he loved is dead. He's still married to Sansa Stark, technically. They're still married.
Yes.
Yep, and married. I just feel like I'm sure some shit will happen because Varys is helping him out, but you can't trust Varys just like you can't trust fucking Littlefinger. Those two guys.
That one scene, I don't know if it was in the span where you watched it.
Yeah.
But the one scene where they get married and Sansa and Tyrion, and she's like, all right, she's getting undressed. I'm like,
oh yeah.
And he's all drunk, and she's like, well, we're going to have to fuck. And it's like the saddest fuck that's about to happen ever.
Yeah.
And luckily, I mean, he doesn't do it.
He's
but
like, I can't.
This is such a sad, like,
I can't do this.
Sex turns me on, and this does not. None of this is going to.
But the whole thing about Tywin needed a boy heir, and Jaime's in the Night's Guard, and he was his only hope. And as much as they wanted to kill him, they really needed him to continue, the Lannister line. Wow, I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so where do you want to go next?
Do you want to go right to the battle at Castle Black?
Well, again, episode 9 on the Game of Thrones, the second to last episode of the seasons. They like to give you something fucking crazy. So, season 1, episode 9, Ned Stark's head cut off. Season 2, episode 9, the Blackwater battle, which reminded me a lot of this episode. Season 3, episode 9, Red Wedding. Season 4, episode 9, the fucking attack on the wall with giants and mammoths.
Which is way better than the other.
Yes,
the one
it gets
it's
bigger.
Even better.
Yes, it's a wider scope than Blackwater.
So up to that episode, I was like Blackwater. I remember Rugboy was like, "It's gonna get better."
Yeah,
and I was like, after that episode, I was like, "Holy fuck, it got a lot better." They really put some money into this now.
I love how they teased it all season. Where Mance Rayder's like, "I'm gonna light the biggest fire the North has seen. That is your sign."
You know the shot that fully got me. It's not the giant. It's not the giant shooting an arrow. It's not the avalanche on the wall. It's the one tracking shot where they follow Jon Snow battling in Castle Black. I'm like, sold me. It's on my
What an amazing choreographed, brutal battle scene. First of all, Kit Harington, amazing with a sword. Like, his sword play is so good. It reminded me of the shitty Defender scene in the basement where the camera tracked. And I was like, this is what I wanted that to be. You could tell the scope of this, how big this fucking set is, how many people that had to be in the right place doing stage fighting, which is really dangerous if you fuck it up and you're not paying attention.
It's like a cinematic movie.
Yes.
That was movie quality, the way they did that.
Oh, amazing. So the whole, the plan of attacking from both sides, Egret killed. What an amazing, touching scene at the end, because she
almost took me out of it.
Dude, she had many chances to kill him, and she couldn't
when she's holding him, when he's holding her, and everyone in the battle's still going on.
Oh,
I'm like, this almost takes me out of it.
Oh,
like,
I see.
You too much have a chance to mourn her in the middle of this battle.
Well, if there's arrows flying everywhere, like, what? How do you have all this time to just sit there with her?
But great death for Egret.
Yeah, I felt bad for the Jon Snow. Fucking mammoths, giants. These fucking giants, and the guy shoots the arrow, the guy just goes flying like hundreds of feet back like a cartoon. That was fucking great. You know what they did that was great? I was watching this battle on the wall, and these guys are starting to climb, and they're shooting arrows, and they're dropping oil buckets. I'm like, they did a thing that, like, they drop and it scrapes the ice. And what do? They fucking give me the scythe, which is a giant anchor that drops and scrapes them off the wall.
Geek boner.
I was just thinking they need a weapon like that, and then they fucking did it. And then I was like, how are you going to reuse it? And he's like, hoist it back up. I was like, oh, sweet. I gotcha.
They thought of that.
At this point in the show, I was not all that impressed by Jon Snow's storyline. I found it to be kind of boring, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This was the episode, though, where I'm like,
he takes
I'm in on Jon Snow now. I'm in on his character. I mean, the part where he kills that crazy Thin with the fucking hammer. There were like more than a few times where I went, oh my god.
That guy, he got the shit beat out of him. But it was sad. Egret got killed by that kid.
The little boy.
Here's my one question. This has bugged me ever since the beginning of the show. That elevator up the wall, how the fuck is it? How's that powered? How are you fucking making this elevator go up and down?
Push it up.
No, the kid he flips a switch back and forth, and then it goes.
Counterweights.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll
do you think Egret was going to kill Jon there?
No, I don't. She hesitated many times. That other time she shot 3 arrows at him, and she is an amazing shot. They weren't kill shots, and she hesitated. As much as she wanted to kill him, she loved him. I don't think she could have done it.
Any other character that would have killed Egret, I would have been like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But since it was that little kid that saw his family get slaughtered by wildlings, I was like, wow, this is just tragic all around.
Plus, Jon Snow told him pick up a weapon. He kind of
it was just a tragic thing.
Yes, and he can't be mad at the kid. The kid's just doing the right thing. But wow, episode 9 was great, and then episode 10 was also great. There's still so much to talk about. Fuck. Where do we want to go next? Arya.
Your show, man.
Jesus Christ. Arya and the Hound and Brienne, that was a pretty great storyline.
Arya and the Hound?
Yes, because see, I knew he kind of wanted to take care of her. He's kind of like a father figure, but he's also wants to sell her. It's also a payday for him. And the best is when they show up finally to the Eyrie, and he finds out that Lisa Stark is dead, and Arya just starts laughing because he's not going to get paid. She's just laughing at him. And then Brienne of Tarth beats the shit out of him. I don't think
that was another great one-on-one battle.
That was great, dude. That was great. The fact that because Brienne and Podrick have hooked up, and great. They're very matched. I thought they were all these guys are both kind of matched.
You know, this point in the show, Arya and the Hound and Brienne and Podrick, this part of the show is really when I started realizing how much I enjoy the random character pairings that they'll do.
Yes.
So they'll pair up Arya and the Hound, or Brienne and Podrick, or Brienne and Jamie earlier.
Yes.
Or so and so and so and so. And it's just man, I love seeing just having two characters on screen that don't know each other just starting to interact. They do a really good job with that.
And they love throwing like weird combinations, but it works. So I don't think the Hound is dead because we didn't see him actually die.
You don't think he's dead?
I don't think he's dead. Arya, he wanted Arya to
Why didn't she kill him?
I don't know. I think she kind of cares for him too, and she's like, "I'm just going to let you die on your own." I don't know.
Yeah, I interpreted as she didn't want to give him she didn't want to put him out of his misery. If he was going to die,
she wanted him to suffer.
It was going to be a suffering death.
Man, that's rough. And he even goes, "Another name off your list. Go on." I was like,
"Get on with it.
Get on with it." Then he's just yelling, "Kill me!" as she walks away.
Yeah.
And ends up on the boat.
Speaking
I don't know where
of
she's going.
pairings,
yes.
What any update on your Theon and Ramsay?
Oh yes. So now we know who is torturing Theon, and it's Roose Bolton's bastard Ramsay Snow. And Anthony, you explained the names to me because I was like, is he related to Jon Snow? What's the deal?
It's if you're a bastard in any one of the 7 kingdoms, you're designated a name depending on which kingdom you were born in. So if you're in the north, you automatically become a Snow.
That's really cool.
I like that. You don't have your last name, you're Snow.
But
you're
Roose
marked as a bastard.
That's how they know. And Roose Bolton just does make him an official Bolton at one point. But wow, he has deprogrammed Theon, and now he is known as Reek, and he is a meek little fucking puppet. And his dad is like, what did you do to him? I was gonna trade him to get that moat. You fucking idiot. Now what? And then just the torture that he makes Reek pretend he's Theon Greyjoy again, confusing the shit out of him. And the fact that Yara's rescue does not work. He won't even leave. He's so fucked up. Doesn't know who he is.
What did you think of so the last episode in 10 of season 4?
Yes.
Jon Snow's going out to talk to Mance Rayder by himself.
Stannis Baratheon shows up.
Yeah, your boy Stannis shows up
and
with a new army.
With a big fucking army, and they take Mance, and Jon Snow tells him, I'm Ned Stark's bastard son, and he asks him for advice. And look, Stannis has got to listen to Jon. I mean, Ned Stark's the reason why Stannis has the birthright. He's the one that brought it up to him.
Yeah, the Baratheons and the Starks will always be.
They're buddies.
Close.
They're buddies. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know where that's going to go, but he's like, what would your dad do? And he's like, I think my dad would question him and find out what he knows. And he goes, and he would always also burn all the bodies before nightfall. Trust me. You don't want them out.
Yeah.
So that was interesting after the battle because they could have kept attacking.
Did you guys have to see the choice yet that Melisandre was involved with?
With Gendry? Gendry?
No, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, there's something that goes on with Melisandre that she's involved with that's a pretty big
well, she kidnapped
moment.
Gendry and she burned the leeches with those people's names, and one by one, those people that they named are starting to die. So you're like, how much of this is because of this magic?
Well, the usurpers, right?
They're usurpers.
Robb
yes.
Stark.
Yep.
Who else was the usurper?
Joffrey was one of them.
Died. The other one he said was Balin Greyjoy.
Oh yeah, dude! Like a dozen main characters die in this season and last season combined. Like that's a lot. Okay, a couple more. Let's check in with Daenerys, who is on her way to build an army. She's got the Unsullied. She's got the Second Son, and she's freeing slaves. And she ends up at Marine, and then she starts to find out that her little revolts are kind of returning back. The masters are coming back into power, and she's learning how to queen, which is a lot of sitting around and listening to complaints. Very good complaints by the slaves. She crucifies the masters, just like they crucified the kids. And then, like, some of their sons show up. They're like, look, well, you crucified my dad. What am I supposed to do? And the one slave is like, I kind of want to go back to being a slave. Can we do that?
That's one of those. That scene reminded me of Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, with the old man
Brooks. Yeah, when he gets out of jail and that's all he's known his entire life, and he's I want to go back to jail.
Yeah,
like that is a real thing.
There's no world for an old man out here.
When you don't ease transition like that, when you just do it at the blink of an eye.
Though, when you're old, especially when you're old.
Yeah, but also like just doing it that quickly, there's going to be a lot of road bumps in the road.
Yep. And he's like, the young slaves are cool with this new way of life you got, but they pick on us, and we don't want it. So also, her dragons are becoming teenagers and kind of acting out and frying not only goats, but fucking little kids also, which is what one of the slaves brought a burnt body of his daughter. And he's like, the black dragon just burned her. And she changed the two of them. The third one is still out, nowhere to be found. So that was a nice scene because she really didn't want to do that. But you got to make these hard decisions.
Yeah, she's in a kind of a holding pattern at this point.
She still has an army. Oh, and fucking Mormont is outed as the spy he is, given the scoop to Varys. That was sad. That was rough. Felt bad for her.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been together since the beginning, since like the first episode, first season. And
you think he loves her?
I think he loves her because she fucked that other guy and he went by him and he's like, what the fuck is this? She loves him, but not that way. But now, I mean, this is complete betrayal. I don't know how there's no coming back from this in the eyes of Daenerys. But she has Missandei and the Grey Worm, and they got a little thing going on. That was nice.
Dude's got no dick, but he's still got some game.
Yeah, apparently he still has interest. And,
oh, absolutely.
You know, even though
I am not afraid to die. I am afraid that I will not see Missandei from the aisle.
He saw her naked. He liked it. She liked it.
I enjoyed that.
The Bran.
Sunday's great. She's hot as fuck.
Yeah, she's hot. Jojen Reed dies at the end, the one warg, and Bran finally makes it to the fucking tree he saw in his vision, and there's a dude in the tree.
They're fighting the skeletons from Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh, is that what that is? That's pretty fucking badass. Those skeletons are crazy.
They're whites.
Did you guys see like the little fairy people?
Yes,
the children.
Those are the children.
The children.
Yeah,
they're like we've been here before the First of Men, and we're a lot older. And I love when Bran goes into Hodor and just starts fucking shit up because he knows how to use Hodor's body. But who is that dude in the tree? He's like, I've been waiting for you. I'm glad you made it. I've been here a long time.
This is not a spoiler. That is the three-eyed raven that he's been seeing in his dreams.
That is
I thought it was the architect from the Matrix.
I thought it was Neo.
No, actually, that is the villain in Rush Hour 3. It's the same actor.
Oh, it is that guy. Wasn't he in a Street Fighter movie? So now what happens? I love that scene where he's like, you're going to help me walk again? He's like, you're not going to walk ever again, but you will fly. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you telling him? What is he going to do?
It's a little tease, man.
Yeah, I love that was great. And then
that little girl was one of the children of the first
children leading him
for us
through the thing. Yeah, the skeleton warriors are great. Finally, we got to touch on fucking Littlefinger and Sansa and how he's been giving her, like, their relationship is so fucking interesting because I feel like she's the only one he is actually honest with because she holds no power, or he holds all the power over her.
There's a lot of theories about this.
Plus, he was in love with her mom. It's kind of like, it's a weird, like, father figure, but I kind of want a second chance with your mom, with you. Like, very creepy, disturbing, but he does.
Where's Sansa?
Sansa, they get to Erie. And Lady Aaron threatens, because he kisses her, and Lisa Aaron sees him and freaks out and threatens to throw her into the what's that called, the sky hole, the sky port, moon door. And he goes up and he's like, don't cry, my sweet, I've only loved one woman in my whole life, your sister. And he fucking pushes her through the moon door to her death. But she lies for him in the trial afterwards. She kind of covers for him. Like, he's been giving her these little nuggets of like, here's how you manipulate people. This is why I lie. This is how I do things. And she's kind of now becoming smart. She saves him, but now she kind of knows she has the power. She dyes her hair and comes out looking all different and like a completely different Sansa. But it's obvious that she's gone through some kind of, she's got shit on him. She's going to be pulling his strings, whether he likes it or not, and he's just like gaga over her.
So you've done 4 seasons.
Yes.
Name your top 3 characters you like so far, your favorites, that are still alive.
That are still alive.
Oh, no, you know what? Just top 3. That doesn't mean that they don't have to be alive.
Ooh, that is a tough one.
No order, just 3.
And I really enjoyed Sam and Gilly, too, what they were going through.
That's Is that your answer? You like Sam and Gilly?
No. No. Although when he was like, I promise you I won't die, I was like, what are you doing, dude? Don't say that. Now you're going to die. But he didn't. But his fucking buddy did. Arrow through the throat.
Pip.
Yeah, Pip. I'm leaning to like Tyrion, Daenerys, who's kind of like Joan of Arc now, and fucking Jon Snow. Who that he was hit that battle scene. He was so badass with that sword in that battle scene. I was like, this fucking guy's badass. He looks great fighting.
Those are 3 good characters.
What about you?
To that point?
Yeah.
To the end of season 4, I love the Hound.
Yeah.
Arya. I was really digging Jamie. Yeah. I think those are probably
Jamie
Robb,
was
I
up
love
there.
Robb, but he's been dead for a little bit now.
Yeah. Jamie's
Tyrion too. I mean, to me, Daenerys has her moments, but I'm still at that point, and I was like, she's still got a long ways to go before any of this really means anything to the stories I actually care about.
I do love watching her like grow and learn and do her stuff.
Jon Snow was so white bread up to this point that I was like, but now that the battle at the Castle Black happened, it's
amazing.
He's up there.
I feel like what's the thing with Daenerys is it's kind of like her ascension or her way to getting back to where she should be is preordained almost.
Yeah, because everyone keeps talking about the Targaryens and how
things always kind of fall in her direction. And she doesn't really have to, I mean, she's gone through a lot of shit, but at the same time, it feels like whatever she kind of sets her mind to, she ends up doing. And not in the way that Cersei would do it.
Right.
Like, Cersei's the same kind of character. Like, things go her way, but she has to do such dirty shit to do it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of like that contrast between the two. It's just weird that these two characters that are opposing forces in this thing.
I mean, I just love what they're building up to. I can't wait till she actually fucking gets to the other side and some kind of confrontation happens and but
I think there's going to be a sit down or some kind of a conversation.
Here's the thing, or
head to head between Cersei and Daenerys in the future.
Oh, that would be amazing. Probably
be like
because
a showdown?
who's now running things? Tywin is dead. He was calling the shots, and she was and Cersei was like, Marjorie's gonna put his claws into my kid. You're gonna control him. You're gonna rip him apart. So she now has complete control over Tommen, who's the king. What happens with the absence of Tywin Lannister? I'm very interested to see how the power shifts and who steps up.
I love Tywin. Tywin was great, man.
Tywin was great.
I thought, I mean, obviously he was somewhat had some evil actions, or not evil, but some not so good things that he would do. But I mean, he was I listened to this on a podcast, and I think it actually is like kind of true for his character. Like, if Tywin is running shit, like everyone's getting fed. Everyone's gonna the community as a whole is gonna be doing well.
Yes,
like the kingdom is gonna be running smoothly. Now the behind the scenes might be a little shitty, but no one's gonna see that.
But that's the reason he got there, is that he just kind of like fucked his family over and was not there for them. But that's what you got to do when you run in a kingdom and moving all these pieces
He was
around.
so involved in the politics of everything that he lost track of. He lost empathy for the people that he should have cared about.
That scene where Cersei tells him about her and Jamie is amazing, because
I forgot that happened.
You know he knows, but he doesn't want to admit it, and she's like, she looks right at him. He's like, it's not true, and he can just tell it is. So like his world comes crumbling down, and then he just gets fucking shot on the shitter. Very appropriate.
That whole episode, his whole world crashes out on him.
He's done.
His daughter, his favorite son is fucking his daughter.
Yes.
And he's on the shitter, and the kid that fucking killed his wife is killing him.
Yes, the kid is the son that killed his wife, who he tried to kill. Wow,
isn't that great?
Wow, that's so good.
Up to that point, that was one of the first times where a villain actually got what he deserved.
Yeah,
by the people that deserve,
by the person that deserved to do
should
it.
have been dishing out the punishment. Yeah,
absolutely. So I got moving on
We got
to
3
season
more
5.
seasons left.
I'm gonna be sad when it's over because I kind of wish this would just go on forever.
I
now.
basically have 1 more season left.
Oh shit! So real quick, I just wanted to talk about the guy playing the Mountain, which I guess they've had multiple guys playing the
There's
Mountain.
a 3rd actor playing the Mountain.
This dude's name is Habfor Julius Thor Bjornsson. Thor. He's known as Thor. Dude stands 6'9". He's 417 pounds. He has been a participant of World's Strongest Man several years in a row. He's never won it. He's coming 2nd and 3rd. But I just wanted to go over. They got his numbers in here. Anthony, he can deadlift with raw straps 1,014 pounds.
Oh, shit.
Is his deadlift.
That's a lot.
His bench press, 528 pounds. Squat, 795 pounds raw. And then in training lifts, he says he does 660 pound squat for 10 reps. 485 bench press for 8 reps. And then there's another deadlift number, 990 raw with wrist straps. That is some big fucking weight to move. And the guy was
strong.
He's so strong.
I
Very
have
impressive.
one very minor complaint about him.
Okay.
Size is fucking impressive.
Yeah.
He is the Mountain in terms of size. The only thing is that he is actually supposed to be older than the Hound.
Oh, he looks way younger.
But he is way younger.
Yeah.
Not only does he look way younger, he is 20 years younger in real life.
But that's the guy.
Just a minor complaint.
That's the guy who burned his face.
I know, but he's supposed to be the older brother.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And he's a baby-faced big guy.
Yeah. That was great, too, where he told Arya the story that I really feel bad for the Hound, man. The guy just wants...
Hound's great, man.
He just wants to get paid and can't catch a fucking break.
Hound is living a life. The Hound is living a life he never wanted to live because he's big.
Yeah.
And he's a warrior.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be a dancer.
He just wanted to dance.
He just wants to go around, drink some ale.
That was like the worst Hound voice I could come up with.
Get on with it.
Good
Get on with
stuff.
it.
All right, look, I got some
Remember
feedback.
when I taught you about the sword, Arya?
Oh, yeah. He's like, that's the heart's right there. And then she fucking
heart.
stabs the guy. He's like, you're learning.
Remember?
You're learning
Kill
good.
me.
So good. Arya, dude, she killed a bunch of dudes. She's a little fucking killer. She stabs that dude in the neck. She stabs the other guy in the heart.
You told me this off air, but the best part is like when she's naming the list.
Yes.
And then he's like, is that it?
She's lying next
She's
to
like-
the Hound.
Yeah, and lying next to the Hound, he's like, I got one more. The Hound. And she rolls over to go to bed.
And he looks over. He's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh, that was so great.
You want to kill me?
I don't think he's dead. I don't think the Mountain is dead either because that guy is doing some sort of medieval blood transfusion.
Qyburn. That's Qyburn.
He's like, I got some crazy shit I could do. This is why I got kicked out of the fucking other place. And seriously,
he likes to experiment with shit.
that's fine. Sometimes that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose? The guy's gonna die. Fucking squeeze his blood out. Try something. So we didn't see either of them die. I hope we see them again because they're both great. The Hound more so than the Mountain, but I'd like to see them reunion in a fight. Anyways,
Let them embrace
Good.
like in Excalibur.
let them hug. We got some listener email mailbag to read, and we will wrap this up. Email from Joe Henry about last episode. If you listen to the end of the last episode,
Oh, Henry, our super patron who's been on the show.
super patron Joe Henry's been on the show. There is a post show where he tells us that he has vitiligo on his dick, and Anthony just kind of blurted that out, and we're like, "Oh, it's out." And so Joe writes in, subject RE vitiligo dick. He says, "Holy crap, Imran, that was funny and fair game that Anthony called out my member like that on the air. One could call that a low blow, but not me. I would tell Anthony to suck it, but I think he would get the wrong idea. I get it though. I did call out Delhauer, and I hope he didn't take it personally, the whole ginger thing.
I forgot why I even called out his vitiligo dick.
You just
All right.
blurted it out. You're like, he's got vitiligo on his dick. I was like, that's right. I don't know how that hits. I don't know how you remember that because I forgot. He says, I have a lot of members of my family that are ginger, actually, and Delhauer is probably my favorite frequent guest. And no, I won't be canceling my Patreon. I'm a pretty laid-back kind of guy, and very little offends me. To be honest, the way you, Anthony, and Rugboy give each other crap on the show is part of the reason why I listen. So thank you for making me part of that. In regards to your Star Trek Discovery content on your last episode, I also watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. I like the direction they're going. Please keep the Game of Thrones discussion going. It's great. And tell all of your listeners that didn't get the Vitiligo Dick comment to go join your Patreon for the bonus content that they're missing. Lastly, tell the jock not to be jealous of my member, because once you have a Vitiligo Dick, you never want another prick. Yes, proud Patreon supporter of the Jock and Nerd Show, Joe Henry. Joe, that's the best email ever. Thanks for being a good sport. And that's a great line. That have to be the new tagline of our show. Once you have a vitiligo dick, you never want another prick. What do you think?
Is it true, Imran?
It is true. Absolutely.
Geek boner.
That's what, look.
I need your expert opinion.
Are you like Podrick, Imran? You show them your fucking dick and they like start
woo,
paying you.
It's like glowing white.
They pay you for sex.
Look, I got vitiligo dick. I got vitiligo balls. I got vitiligo ass. I got vitiligo man boobs. It's just everywhere. So I know what he's like. Listen, once you take a look at it, you can't look away. Let me tell you.
Oh my God! Stop giving me flashbacks, Imran.
And Rugboy's seen it. Long
That's
story.
crazy.
I think we talked about that. I got some tweets from a listener, Jason Dutch on Twitter. Has a couple of questions for us. He says, "How exactly did Spidey and the Avengers not feel the earthquake in the Defenders?" It's a good question.
I have the answer.
Yeah.
Marvel Netflix is now and Marvel Studios just don't interact, so it's not even it's barely by a thread in the same universe.
The Avengers were in Hawaii and Spidey was on a field trip. I don't know. It's not. You would think they would be like, "What the fuck was that?" And then he also tweets, "Also, what are your thoughts on who purchased Stark Tower? Norman Osborn, Danny Rand, the Kingpin, Bruce Wayne, Donald Trump?" And I brought this up and you guys gave me shit and thought it was the stupidest thing, but someone else clearly was wondering who the fuck bought Stark Tower. I think it's like a timeshare building and they all own a floor.
Okay, I'll give you a real answer.
Okay.
Seeing that it is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that this came up, it would be apropos if it was Norman Osborn that bought it.
That would be cool.
Because he is a rich motherfucker. He is basically evil Tony Stark.
Yeah, and he's like, and he probably hates
And
Tony.
he's a Spidey villain.
And he's probably like, "Fuck Tony. I'm buying this."
That would be one of the only things that would work.
I concur.
The Kingpin? No, that's TV.
Oh no! The Kingpin would also work, but I don't think the Kingpin's ever going to make it to the Spider-Man.
No, but
film.
Kingpin is such a huge Spidey villain. Like they gotta have a Kingpin. It would be great.
That sucks.
But that's
never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen. I think Donald Trump owns just one floor on there. He timeshares.
He's not as rich.
No, he's not as rich in that universe. He's no Tony Stark. So good stuff. Thanks for tweeting. Thanks for writing. Thanks for listening, everybody. I think we're done here. Ruggs, tell the listener where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at ReallyRugboy. So come by and say, "What's up, motherfucker?"
What's up? As always, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a rating and a reviewing. Light those stars up and tell a friend. Spread the geekery. Thanks for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
We'll catch you next time.
I gotta pee.
Me too. Okay.
That was like the fastest ending of any show ever. I gotta pee.
So where's the?
Let me give you. Hold on.
Let's try to run through this.
Yeah, this will be real quick. How do I get? Where is? Hold on. I'll put this. here. I got a link to this fucking thing. Wait, maybe it's in here. This is supposed to give me a link. What the fuck? Hold on. Aha. Okay.
That was like the longest kiss I ever took. It was really long.
Ugh. I hope I'm getting all your tracks because you were kind of going in and out, but we'll see what.
Who was? Me?
You. Yeah.
Me?
Like you're not, I mean, no, your audio was there, but like your bar was going in and out.
Oh.
Whoops. Here. Wait, that's not it. Sorry.
I'm going to kill you.
Copy. That should be it.
Putting in where are you putting it?
In Zencaster.
Have you put it there yet?
It should be a download link. Yeah, do you see? You don't see it?
I don't see it. Put it on the G-Chat.
It's through Facebook. It's a long. I hope. I hope I'm getting your tracks.
Oh, I see it right here.
It should make you download something. I had it in my. I was trying.
What is this?
It's what we our fucking lines.
Yeah.
Our lines?
Yeah. Open that up and go to page 21. Let me open 9 up here.
Page 21.
Script.
So it's like Scott gets sent to this animated land, and he's got to find. There's a puppet king, and you're a Prince Rugboy, and we're the knight and the fool instead of the jock and the nerd. And he's got to like find this.
Who's the felty announcer? That's none of us, right?
No, somebody else.
Okay.
We just got to do Prince Rugboy, the knight, and the fool lines.
All right.
And if we go to page 21.
The first line I see on here is for Prince Rugboy. Remove their blindfolds.
Yeah.
Should I just say it?
Yeah. How do you want us to do this? You just want to cue us, Imran?
I was going to. Yeah. I would just read.
So can you explain me what's going on here? So
Let me get to the page. So right before this, there's like a big musical. They're doing a musical where it's all like Disney parodies.
Right.
And Scott is coming to see you to get to the Puppet King.
So I'm Prince Rugboy.
You're Prince Rugboy. So it's kind of like a Game of Thrones thing. Okay. And there's puppet people and there's cartoon people.
Okay.
So scene 5, Scott and Mark they get hit on the head and they wake up and they're blindfolded and they're in front of you. And then we are, I'm the jester, the fool, and Anthony's the knight, like the jock and nerd.
Okay.
So, Scott Meridew, David Malofsky, whoever is editing this, we are starting with our lines here on page 21. So, so Rugboy, just go Give me pretend you're Joffrey in this too. Like you're kind of Joffrey. You're kind of like the prince, but not a dick. Whatever. You're a Prince Rugboy.
But not
your
a
first
dick.
line. But
Not at all. Like
well, you're kind of like yourself, like who you are. Exactly.
Absolutely.
So then just say, remove their blindfolds. Do that line.